Popcorn?
Butter.
Nachos?
Cheese.
Root beer with red licorice straw?
Right here.
That was a weird noise you made at the end there. You don't usually do that. Don't do that ever again.
Okay.
Welcome. Hey. Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast. Now I think like the 17th or 18th most popular animation podcasts on YouTube. We've really risen. There's like 34 of them, so we're getting to the halfway point.
And we should say welcome to the last episode of Ready to Start the Podcast before Discord implements their age verification and no guest will ever want to be on this show ever again. Make sure to enjoy this one a lot.
Yeah, don't.
I'm Ryan Rivety. Who else is here?
Hi, I'm Super Kilky Rosso, and I got hit by a car.
Oh no!
And I'm Seep. I also got hit by a car, but it was a long time ago, so it doesn't hurt anymore. But it still happened, and I can tell you all about it if you want me to.
Seep, it's not a competition.
I know I'm just sharing personal tidbits about my life right now. What is this show? What do we do here? We're like a pop culture podcast. Have we ever called ourselves a pop culture podcast?
No, and if you ever call us that again, I'll kill you. This is a
Okay,
no matter
it feels unclean.
No matter what we're talking about, if we're talking about video games, book, art, like live action movie, it's still a cartoon podcast. Get that right down.
Okay, this is a cartoon podcast. Cartoons first and foremost.
We're toonheads.
We are toonheads.
We are tuners. It's Tuning Saturday. Get your tune on. Stroke that tune. Oh.
But if this is not your first episode, then you ought to know that every time we go live, we like to have a brand new special guest on to join us for our animation pop culture news. I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ryan. We like to have a special guest.
What are you just start calling it a media podcast? We're a media content podcast.
Our media consumption podcast, dietary content, live stream. But today we have a very important special guest, probably the most important person we've ever had on Ready to Start the Podcast. Say hello, special guest May.
Hello. So I actually crashed my car 5 times in the last 5 years. None of them I ever hurt someone, but I guess other than myself. But hello, hi, happy to be here.
Hello, May. I do want to say your microphone is like a little...
I got it. Don't worry.
Okay. Never mind. No, it's fine. I don't even know what I was talking about. May, welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast. You've never been on this show before, have you?
No, nor watched more than 5 minutes of it.
That's fine. You're in for a real treat.
What kind of 5 minutes? Depends.
I think I skimmed the episode with Cybershell in it. Because I asked him, hey, I got an email about this, and he was like, yeah, I was on this, and I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Did he speak highly of us?
He didn't speak poorly. I think highly. I would say that.
Yeah, woo!
If I remember correctly, he said, yeah, it was on there for 15 minutes. It was chill, king of the hill, something like that.
We did.
True. That's about the size of it. Now, May, for anyone who doesn't. For somehow hasn't heard, for anyone who's been living under a rock, what is it that you're gonna bring to the table? What is it you do? I mean, how do you describe? How would you describe yourself first and foremost? Are you like a tuber? Are you a filmmaker? What comes to the top? Because I always say I'm an animator.
As someone who watched the trailer to Minions, X Monsters, and Toy Story 5 for the first time, 20 minutes ago, they both look like shit, by the way. Please ask me more about that. I will have nothing for you. I am a career live streamer, I guess is the best term for it. I've been making stuff online for a good 5 years. Video essays that were bad, live streams that are bad, and now movies, which are marginally less bad. I made a stream with my sister called May and Hazel made the Channel Awesome films, which was like 4 months of work for us to edit ourselves into the Channel Awesome movies. People really liked those. I see that bad piggy on the screen. And that was a lot of fun. And then also over the last 2.5 years, we've been making a real feature film, Divine Hammer. It is screened in Seattle in December. It is screening in Philadelphia in March, screening again in Seattle in March, Chicago in March. It got picked up by a distributor. It is incredibly exciting and moving incredibly fast. But I think the internet and stupid shit on the internet is probably always what my first home is.
Holy damn! So you made it further than any of us. You got like distribution. I don't think any of us could say that, right?
I got arrested.
You got arrested. I did too. It's okay.
Yeah, it's true. By the way, important question.
Yes.
Who gave birth, Doug Walker or Angry Video Game Nerd?
So for me, it was the nerd got Doug pregnant and gave birth to me. For my sister Hazel, it was that Doug got James pregnant and James birthed her because I have Doug's red hair.
That's so
Are y'all love
beautiful.
children?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's a whole thing.
I think that changed.
Oh, right.
My computer like pippy glitched when you started talking about that. I think my computer like hates the concept of Doug Walker babies.
Well, that's fine. We're not gonna
that'd be like
right?
that'd be a cool movie though. Like everyone, like a bunch of like girls, like all learn like they're all Doug Walker's like daughter, and they all come together. Let's like a big group. Like that's my dad too.
Not to like put too much of myself into this. I think it's very interesting that as one of those guys making videos on the internet for so long, he is like a certain subset of autistic YouTube watchers like dad. Like he is the internet's dad to a certain extent, which I think is awesome for a guy who in real life is a 2-income, no children type man. The best life you could possibly live.
He doesn't need any children. The internet are his kids.
We're all his babies, honestly. We're all the son of Nostalgia Critic. We're all the kids and daughters and nieces and nephews.
We're all little
He's kind of Uncle Grandpa with it.
Yeah, you know, his face probably every time he's at one of them like Chicago conventions, his face probably lights the hell up whenever he sees like the mass of like 20 to 35-year-old adults approaching him asking for like autographs and stuff. It's probably like it's probably tantamount to picking up your kid from daycare, but just forever. He gets to have that forever.
Every time he takes a new picture with like a Toho Fumo, he comes to life again.
What are we doing here, Ryan? What's the news today?
Well, we kind of got an array of topics here. I've kind of organized them from like stupid baby shit to stuff that actually matters. And I lied, actually. We're starting with stuff that actually matters. The trailers for Minions and Monsters dropped. I need to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you just gonna get right into that?
We're gonna get right. We're starting right now. I don't want to. I'm taking the chains off. I got to talk about this right now. This is the most important thing that's happened. I think probably all of 2026. Was the trailer for this dropping. So I don't know. I don't know if you know this. I'm a bit of a Minions like researcher, I would say. I don't really watch the Minions to laugh. I watch them to learn, and I know so much about them now. I know like. Did you know up until Despicable Me 4, there was like only like a certain amount of minion variants, and then Despicable Me 4 added like new types of minion variants, like two-eyed minions with like new kinds of hair. I learned so much about them. Minions and Monsters is the debut of the tall one-eyed minion. This is the first time we're seeing that happen. So I kind of keep up with the Minions. I take notes down, and I gotta say they fucked up big time with this one. They've ruined the Minions timeline. Man. This shouldn't be happening.
Can we? How do we want to order this discussion? Because this is a film that was like severely leaked several months ago.
Yes.
And a lot of details of it were revealed at that time. And for a while before this trailer dropped, because I think there was buzz that there were going to be like a new trailer at the Super Bowl or whatever. So I kind of wanted to catch up on what all the leaks were. Like the audio from the entire movie somehow got out from a test screening.
Yes. So particularly the entirety of the audio for this movie is online. You can go listen to it. And the other thing we learned from this very famous Minions leak, a very famous and important Minions leak, is that the test screenings for this were horrific. Apparently nobody liked it. Who saw it? The Minions have reached an all-time low. I can't believe it. I thought we were in the year of the Minion. Apparently not. It's all fucked.
Can I read? Would you mind if I read? Because there was a plot synopsis that was based on this leak.
Yes.
That was kind of going around.
Mm-hmm.
And when I read this, with no context of like what the actual movie was, because they only had the audio, it was just kind of like cobbled together information. I was reading this and I was like, what is this? It doesn't make any sense the way this synopsis is written. I don't know should I just read it? This is from maxblizz.com, which is probably some like, well, I don't want to disparage them. I don't know anything about them, but they're like some kind of pop culture film cinema.
Pop culture media content. Yeah.
Pop culture media content news website. May, do you know anything about the plot of Minions and Monsters? You saw the trailer.
The last Minions film I watched was one of those AI generated TikTok gore videos that was going around for a while.
That's not real.
That's not one of the canonical ones. My bad.
Yeah, thank you.
I think other than that, before that was the one with the soundtrack that people liked.
Rise of Gru?
Rise of
Yeah,
Gru?
I think that was the one.
Or you think that Despicable Me 4 with the Drake diss track on it?
I have no
You can't
worldly
discern them
knowledge of
whatsoever.
that. I watched the trailer. I thought it looked like shit, but not in the way that test audiences thought it looked like shit. Probably. It is a movie about the Minions making a movie with a monster in it, and then they summon a monster, and the monster's a cute, cuddly monster instead of the big, scary monster.
I need to add some layer to that little monster. Someone slowed the trailer down, and that monster is very evidently Trey Parker from South Park.
Oh.
Which is an extra layer to, I think, that character.
Is he the one that was in Despicable Me?
Yes,
3?
he's the same one. He's come back for round fucking 2.
He's back for more.
You think he's jealous of Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah, Seth was the one. Seth was eating up all the illumination because he was the sexy rat from Sing.
And he dipped out like immediately. I don't know
true.
what happened to them.
And then made Ted the TV show.
It's kind of like when Matt Berry was like in 2 separate SpongeBob movies as 2 separate characters.
Right. I just want to read Can I read the synopsis real quick? To put everyone in the
So this is
headspace
the
that I was
leaked
in.
synopsis from before the film was unveiled, and this is just a soundtrack or just an audio track. An audio track where the vast majority of the audio is the Minions going blah, 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 right? Do I understand this correct? Okay, got it.
Okay, so
Can I be
from the
honest
leak,
about something?
What?
I did not see this trailer at all.
You better go watch it.
No.
Okay.
That's fair.
Fuck you.
From the leak, I'm reading this as a direct quote from maxblizz.com. Minions and Monsters follows 3 new minions named James, Henry, and Ed.
Not my goats.
Which right off the bat, I'm like, who the hell are those?
Not my goats. Not Kevin Stewart and Bob. The big 3. I mean, obviously,
these movies,
made up new guys.
Minions and Minions Rise of Gru. They starred Kevin, Bob, and Stewart. Those were like they were the heart. They were the emotional.
They were the golden trio. They were the big 3. They built Illumination off the big 3.
And they think they could just do a new Minions with different Minions? Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
But anyway, James, Henry, and Ed head to Hollywood against the wishes of the others. I don't know who the others are. I don't know if this is like the pluribus hive mind they're talking about, or if it's just like the rest of the Minions.
Yeah.
Maybe. Meanwhile, the remaining Minions meet a robot named Dort who wants to rule the world, but changes after falling in love.
With who?
Any questions? It doesn't say. If you believe it, it doesn't say. I don't know why they spared us the detail of who the robot falls in love with. Maybe he falls in love with the Minions.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a robot side plot, and it sounds like
it's in the trailer. If you watch the trailer, there is a robot, presumably named Dort, unless that's like misheard. There's no way there's a robot named Dort, right?
Why is this
Anyway.
why is this like the plot to like a Minions TV show? Like 3 minions want to make a movie. Meanwhile, the other minions follow a robot. Like this is like the B plot to like the 22-minute like Nickelodeon Minions like CGI cartoon.
Well, we're not even halfway. Well, we're about halfway through the synopsis. The rest reads: the trio, I assume that's James, Henry, and Ed, who head to Hollywood. The trio discovers a spell book and accidentally summons Gooby, a mischievous creature who creates 2 giant monsters. So that's 3 monsters. There's Gooby and the 2 giant monsters that he created. And unleashes a massive orange creature named Irene. So that's 4 monsters now.
Oh my god, I had no idea the VTubers in this.
There's Gooby, who summons 2 giant monsters and unleashes a massive orange creature. I don't know what the difference between so he creates monsters and then unleashes a different one. I don't know what the discerning like details are in the movie that makes that distinction significant. In the end, so this is the last sentence. In the end, Dort and his family use their spaceship to defeat the monsters and save the day. Spoilers.
They get a spaceship? They do everything in this. Wait, hold on. This movie would be awesome. They have everything.
Dort has a family as well. So Dort has fallen in love and has a family. I don't know if it's like, does Dort have kids? Does he like populate in this movie?
Is he gonna like fuck? Is he? What if he gives birth to the little Gru?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, now you're getting into the.
What if he? Wait. What if we? Yeah, here we go. What if he falls in love with Gru's mother, and Gru and the robot fuck, and they create Gru, and then that's like the minions like are the ones who deliver Gru, so like he was always a part of their life.
That's a real like SpongeBob met all his friends at summer camp type retcon.
Yeah,
I think that could go over well actually. That could like the spin-off potential, right?
the minions delivered Gru is like that's like the new canon.
Maybe. I mean, so Ryan, you had a very particular gripe about this trailer. That's kind of related to the absence of Kevin, Bob, and Stewart. But you were kind of disputing. You were trying to get to the bottom of the Minion timeline. Now, I know. I assume we're all aware of the Minion timeline. Rosa, yes. Ryan, yeah.
Yeah.
May the Minion timeline.
I tabbed over to the stream. I saw that screenshot in the bottom right corner. Genuinely thought that was AI generated.
No, it's cinema.
So I hadn't seen the trailer for this until 15 minutes ago, but I had seen the Super Bowl spot, which left me so disquieted. I watched the Super Bowl illegally. It was a terrible time. Every other ad was AI.
You like the Coinbase one?
The Coinbase one was brutal. The Minions ad was a minion walking at the camera for 30 seconds, and it's supposed to like draw intrigue, and it made me so sad because I wish we were just like marketed to. Just like shove a thing in my face. Don't try to like draw an interest. Don't make me think, oh, what is that minion coming at the screen for? I want to know what the fuck the minion has to sell me.
Just straight up. No.
None of that shit.
I kept wanting to say no lube, but I can't say that line, so I won't. Yeah. So the Minion timeline, to clear it up.
Yes.
Is that since like the beginning of life on Earth, probably, the Minions evolved from single-celled organisms. And they roam the Earth for like billions of years, looking for a master to serve. So they serve the biggest and meanest master that they can, which went from like T-Rexes to Napoleon Bonaparte, I think.
Yeah.
And Napoleon got so mad at the Minions for screwing up his sinister plans that he drove them away to Antarctica, where they lived in a cave until the 60s, I believe.
Yes.
Basically, after World War II. Basically, after all the bad wars, and
so
Grew.
Very famously, they made sure the Minions were like in hiding during World War II. Was basically what it felt like the intent of it was. They didn't want to imply the Minions were like in World War II.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
they did work for PewDiePie.
When did that happen?
I don't think there's
Yes,
any
me.
place in the minion. I think that might have been one of those TikToks that May was talking about.
Oh, yeah, no, fake minion lore. Fake minion lore. Don't put it on the wiki.
Now, okay, so they emerge in the 60s, and that's when they meet Gru as a child.
Uh-huh.
And that's what Minions is about. But this movie, Ryan, you're saying it has no place in the currently established Minion timeline.
Yeah, where would the Minions? Okay, so this movie apparently takes place in the 1920s Hollywood. The Minions would be in the cave. They'd be in the cave right now. They couldn't be here. They couldn't go here unless, for some reason, the Minions, for whatever reason, left their ice cave, went to Hollywood for a bit, and then went back, which wouldn't happen. So,
I mean, it's technically possible that because it does say that the 3 Minions, they leave the others, right? Against the wishes of the others.
But the Minions,
So
the other Minions are with them in Hollywood during the movie. The Minions are all there. They're all part of the movie's world, which it wouldn't happen because they're in the ice cave currently right now, waiting for the 1960s to meet Scarlet, and then the events of Minions will happen in the 1960s.
I think the Minions, they just briefly left the cave. I think the movie's going to end with the Minions going back to their cave so they don't participate in any world events that would be potentially unmarketable. They're gonna leave just in time. When did World War II start? I'm not a history buff.
1939. They have 19 years to make their movie.
Okay, all right. Wait, I mean, so this technically establishes that, Minions wants us to it wants us to believe that the Minions were all, they stayed in that cave, pretty lock and key, right?
Yes.
But technically, this opens up the door. We don't know that no Minions went out of the cave to do some heinous stuff during particular world events. This kind of opens the door up, I think, for, possibly infinite Minion movies where you can say, they just left the cave for 90 minutes, right?
No, see, I have the simple explanation, and it's hard to believe because we had such a tightly woven timeline, and they had to mess it up a little bit. It's fine. I can deal with it. I think there's a separate group of Minions than the group of Minions that work for Gru. I think there are Minions around the world. These Minions walked out of a different ocean, and now these are the Minions in the movie making timeline. These are the Minions who don't have to be involved with Gru at all. They can go on all their own wacky adventures. And this is a new Minions timeline. This is a separate
and these
Minions group.
Minions could have taken part in the Holocaust if they wanted to.
They could have.
They weren't in a cave.
No reason why they couldn't have.
They could have.
Yeah.
But don't worry. These Minions aren't. These aren't minions to evil guys. These are Minions who came out of the womb wanting to make movies. So don't worry. When World War II was happening, they weren't involved, but they were being dirty cowards about it. They weren't saying anything.
I don't want to get involved really.
They were kind of on that.
Yeah, they were making propaganda films for America. Probably it was what they were. No, wait, French. Minions are French. They're making propaganda films for the French army.
True.
That's what this group of Minions doing. My Gru's group of Minions didn't even know World War II was happening. So my goats, Dave, Stuart, and Bob are still innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. These Minions though I don't like them. They're cowards. That's my theory.
Okay. All right.
Where does the dog fit into this?
Was what?
What'd you say?
Where does the dog fit into this?
The dog?
Gru's dog?
Gru's dog from this weird cartoon dog? I don't know. Maybe they should have done a movie about that dog. His name is Kyle. His name is Kyle Gru. Thanks to Despicable Me Wiki. I'm really glad you told me that right now.
I guess we got that settled. I mean,
I'm not happy about it. Okay, I'll remove myself from the bit. I have nothing else to say about this movie. I just want to talk about the stupid Minions timeline.
Okay, well, I'm glad that's cleared up.
If you need a movie about making movies and the Minions are your first go-to source, just tape a Minion to your screen and just watch Singin' in the Rain 1952. One of the greatest movies ever made. Or if you need a monster movie, which I guess this movie is going to be, watch the biopic I have not watched, Nezura 1964, about Noriaki Yuasa. Fat, smelly chud. No one loved him. After he died, literally no one even noticed. poor guy, father of Gamera. He wanted to make a movie back in the 60s. He wanted to make a kaiju movie with the real rats. And so he flooded the studio lot with a bunch of rats, all of which who had fleas and diseases.
Really?
And the movie got shut down because he flooded it with rats. And that's a movie about monsters and making a movie. So tape a minion to your screen, watch that, have a good time.
That is interesting, because that is like something I think the Minions would do. I think you could write a Minions movie about them doing that.
May, would you make a movie with the Minions if John, Stu, and what are the names? If James, Henry, and Ed went up to you, and Pinhead went up to you, and they were like,
Beavis.
They spoke Minionese, and they said that they wanted to like make a film with you. Like, would you do that?
No, I don't respect them.
Okay, that's kind of a stupid question, anyway.
What if you just gave him a chance?
So can I get this image on screen? This is Noriaki Yuasa. Yeah. I wouldn't call him a fat, smelly Chad. I honestly think this is just a normal-looking man. But I want to reemphasize that this is a man who did unleash rats on a movie set, and that every single person in his life after he died was like, oh, fuck, that guy's dead? Good riddance. I don't know what he did. As far as I'm aware, he was a perfectly normal guy.
I mean, he did release a bunch of flea-ridden vermin.
But like, that wasn't even entirely his thing.
It wasn't his whole thing?
Wait, whose was it? It was it was the Minions, he tells you.
maybe the Minions were working for him for a bit. And
that wasn't his thing. Wait, why was he blamed for it then? What's the deal with this?
I haven't watched the biopic, so
you don't know?
I actually can't
You're
tell
actually
you.
spreading like misinformation right now. You might have like skimmed the IMDb and just gotten completely false information.
I've actually only heard of this film secondhand from someone who was at work and a second person who was high. So maybe
so now
not
we're getting
completely
it
verifiable.
Are you high right now?
I'm a straight edge motherfucker.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Prove it.
It's fine if you are.
Prove it.
You sing your ABCs. Don't do that.
I'm drinking water right now. I could be drinking alcohol.
Oh no. No.
We're
not allowed to say that, actually. We can't promote that because a lot of our audience is like under 21 or whatever, right?
Penis, boost, penis, vagina.
Stop it right now. Well, from one legendary franchise, one legendary media empire to another, what did you guys think of the Woody's balding ass head in the Toy Story 5 trailer?
Technology.
I have okay, so I talked about this fairly recently, on my own personal account. As an animation fan, I've kind of reached a point, that's my main thing is stupid cartoons. I've kind of reached a point in my life where I can't get any excitement really anymore for kind of mainstream family animated movies. And it's not to say I'm so above them I'll never watch them or anything. I saw the fucking SpongeBob movie they did recently in theaters. I'll indulge every once in a while, but I don't really care. If that Goat movie came out 3 years ago, I would have been all over it because it's the future of animation cinema. So I have no strong opinions ultimately on Toy Story 5. Besides the fact this trailer was really fucking funny. The epic orchestral rendition of "You Got a Friend in Me" playing over this really got me good.
Why does every trailer have that now? Why is that in every trailer? We need an epic, melancholic, sentimental rendition of a nostalgic theme. Is that all of media now? It's just we're just hooked up to the tubes and it's injecting memories
what was
in our brains.
I think what terrified me about this trailer is not just its music, because trailers have had that for 20 years. It is how it has YouTube short editing pace. Everything is just kind of 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, and it's scary because animation is something that isn't built to be edited like that unless you're doing a specific animated cut. Cutting what is probably a bunch of scenes that are 30, 40, 50 seconds into 2-second chunks to grab your attention span in a movie it has a trailer that is hinting at technology rotting your brain and rotting the attention spans. It feels very idiotic. Shocker. This film doesn't seem like it needs to be made. I have no opinions on it because I don't watch children for cartoons or cartoons for children. Sorry. But just like the way it was edited left me really unsettled.
Can I be really real right now?
Yeah.
You could be watching Mike and Melissa.
Something to talk about. I didn't watch this trailer really. I skimmed it a little.
You didn't even care. I'll be honest. Like, I like watched it in my car. Like before I got to work, I opened social media on my phone for a second. I saw like, okay, I got 2 minutes.
I was just kind of like, if I'm like in the theater for something else and it comes on, like I'll see it then. But it's like I don't know. I'm so old now. Time is passing by so quickly. It's gonna be out before I know it. It's not like I'm like, if I was 7 years old, then this movie doesn't come out till summer. I have a whole like school semester to get through. Like, nah, I'm not doing anything with my life anymore. I don't really care. I can wait. I don't need to know what's happening to Woody and friends. Do they explain why Woody is here? Because that was the big controversy.
Jesse calls him on a walkie-talkie that they had.
Okay. They just had a walkie-talkie.
I guess so.
Sure, okay.
That's like not like a big. That's like one of those things. I think like someone who solely watches kids animated movies is gonna get really mad about, like on like a social media site. I don't care if they need to get Woody back in the 5th Toy Story movie. Whatever. He had a walkie-talkie. It's fine. I have like one only serious opinion on this movie because otherwise, like I just don't care. This movie looks like a little worse than the last one they did to me, like visually. It's rendered like really weirdly. Like it looks like super like washed out for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't. There's like it's like really gray looking, which is like weird. Like weirded me out when I was watching it on my phone.
When you're watching it on your phone in your car.
And before work.
Your phone in your car.
3 minutes before work. But I looked at other pictures of it like a bit before like we started. And it is just that weirdly like gray looking. I don't know why. It's like, I don't know how to explain what it looks like. It's like, you ever seen like that bobblehead movie? Like that bobblehead, like edit. The movie kind of looks like that to me a little bit.
This looks like you're saying Toy Story 5 has the visual fidelity of the bobbleheads movie.
It's like, I don't know, it's like really empty looking. It's like really empty and washed out looking. It's like scary. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I'll be honest, I don't even know what exactly you mean. I mean, there's some scenes like, there's like different levels of like lighting going on in the room. Sometimes scenes are like really warm, some are like colder. I mean, it's like it might connect tonally with like the scenes that are happening.
You think so? You think Toy Story 5 is doing something like really artistic here by having the movie look really gray and washed out and but then when like they defeat the iPad and Bonnie plays with their toys at the end, the world will become colorful again.
Yeah,
maybe
it should be like white and blue, like an apple's computer or something. I don't know what is the color of like
an Apple computer. The Apple is just like white and glass is the Apple aesthetic, right?
Yeah,
maybe that's it.
We were talking about earlier these kind of trailers. They play like the nostalgic theme over like a dramatic trailer.
The nostalgia critic theme?
No, if he did that, it'd be okay. He's allowed to do that. You know, he's earned that right. The one that always makes me laugh at that is like that Ghostbuster, like that really self-serious Ghostbuster like reboot they did a few years back. It's like,
oh yeah,
this is the serious one. It's like, okay, you get to ghost blowjob in those original movies. You gotta. I'm telling you, one of these days we're gonna get like the really self-referent like Austin Powers reboot. And like the it seems like an orchestra track. It's like he's like, I'm back,
baby, and I'm really.
I feel like if they did that, I feel like for them to do that, they would be like self-aware of it and then do it as a bit.
Well, you'd hope. I don't even know. Hasn't Austin Powers like what 4? Hasn't that been in development for like 15 years or something?
That's like
I'm gonna do it, baby. It's gonna be really funny. We just have to get the right people together.
I feel like that's like the Gorillaz movie where it's like in production, out of production every few years.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if there's some real passion behind it. I mean, there's movies that have been being made forever, and then suddenly they just come out, right? I feel like that happened recently with something that I can't think of right now because my brain is a putty of like children's garbage. No, it's not garbage. Come on.
Yeah.
This is beautiful
I don't care.
animation. I mean, this is going to finance the next like probably decade of Pixar if this goes how they're planning.
You know what? That's a really good way to put it. This is gonna give so many people jobs, and right now, with the state of the animation industry, maybe that's just good enough. Maybe it's just nice to know people
Just
have
jobs.
Just people have jobs still, and they can make Woody's balding ass head and beautiful rendered. Incredibly, they think these movies look too real now. They gotta dial it back. I don't like how real these movies look now. They gotta calm down.
We need to bring back that dog. They gotta bring back the dog.
They gotta bring back Sid's ugly ass dog.
That dog. Where are we on the time? That dog might be still alive, right? I don't know. No, I think yeah, we can have the dog in the movie. I like that dog.
I like
Do you
that.
think they try to like up his fidelity and make him realistic? I think you got to keep the dog the same. Give him those like freakish eyes.
Okay.
I think it would be really funny if they just hired a Friday Night Funkin' kid to write a horror movie of Toy Story.
If they
Now,
got
why that specific string of words?
Because I've been fascinated at this clip from a song where for some reason it's like I don't know how to describe it. What like I'm like why so much for this vocals just for this thing? And I want to see what happened. Did you give like some kid a budget for that? It's kind of just like sit back and watch and see what happens. Pull up a chair.
I've had Friday Night Funkin' remixes made of things I've made.
is that true?
Yeah.
I've had two now, actually.
Were they all Sonic related?
No, one of them was Sonic related. One of them was the Monkshrooms.
Oh my god.
May, do you
I
like the
gotta look this up.
Monkshrooms?
I don't know what that is. Absolutely
get a-
no worldly clue.
Can we get a picture of the Monkshrooms for May to look at?
This
I
is
know
like
you have them, Ryan.
this is like the first time ever I think you specifically have asked me to put the mushrooms on screen, so the other way around. Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, they're just little things I made because I'm a bit of a filmmaker too. You might have distribution, but I've been around the block a little bit. I'm a little underground. I'm trying to get
The
some stuff off the
monk
ground.
shrooms is that? Am I?
Yes.
All of
Here
the
they are.
syllables line up in the proper order.
Yeah, here they are. They're right here. They're in this message right here. You see this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, they're shaped.
She hates them.
So I should have never brought the mushrooms on the podcast.
I
You
like
don't
the
like it
shape.
usually.
I don't know if they make sounds. If they make sounds, they might
They do.
push me one way or the other.
They
I kind of look
sting.
like I like how they look like little pills. Like you're trying to take some pills in the bathroom, spill up the entire bottle on the bathroom floor. This is what looks up at you.
If we had like a crime drama movie, I think it would be about like a new drug getting released called like Alvin, and it would be the little like mushroom head that's smiling. It's like a little tablet, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be the game? We're just workshopping here. We're just trying to make movies here. I feel it's so creatively inspired right now, May. We should make a crime drama, and we'll get you to direct the Startcast crime drama. What do you think? We'll pay you $8 million.
Prior commitments.
Well,
Commitment?
wait, no, hold on. We'll pay
come on.
you an exposure.
Oh,
will
okay,
pay you
that's a little bit
exposure.
more compelling.
Yeah.
We'll expose you heavily. We'll like show you around. I'll like show it to my relatives at like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'll show it to my little cousins. Check this out. You see this? Yeah.
You gotta like pull it up on your phone.
Yeah. I don't have any notes written for anything we're talking about today.
Yeah, we're
I really
almost
don't.
we're almost done with the stupid stuff, and then we get to the real stuff to talk about. I was like, when people talk about the Toy Story, I don't know like what people want us to talk about sometimes. Like, people get mad at me because we're like an animation podcast and we don't talk about like the Toy Story 5 trailer. Are people like slam their feet down if we don't do that? I just don't know. I can talk about like the stupid ass epic music. That's all that matters. I guess something that one like there's like one more like kind of cartoon thing before we move on to like some indie animation stuff news. I just felt like kind of bringing this up because I thought it was interesting. Tubi, which is the best streaming service, by the way,
Yes.
out of nowhere, has acquired like every single like piece of Warner Bros. Animation you can think of, like before like the mid 2010s. Tubi has every single Looney Tunes short now. They have the Powerpuff Girls, they have Ed and Eddie and its movie. I think they have like 4 different Scooby-Doo shows. It's like a super long list of stuff, which is interesting because HBO Max, the greatest streaming service on earth, sponsored, recently got rid of like all their animation stuff pretty much, particularly in this group.
Except for like Adult Swim.
Yes.
That is I wonder how long the contract on something like that is, because it's definitely something where HBO Max removed all that stuff for tax reasons.
Yes.
Whatever. And then also, they probably signed an exclusive deal for streaming rights with Tubi, which is why all that stuff has gone off of HBO Max. I wonder how long that lasts. I wonder if this is more of a drawing in an audience thing. So then they can put it back on HBO Max and keep snip snap back and forth.
Oh, you've got a conspiracy going on here, then.
Time in memoriam. I don't know.
Is that what you would have done? Is that what you would do if you were in charge of this?
I would. If I was in charge of Warner Brothers right now, I think probably the first thing I would do is kill myself, because there's absolutely no way it gets better for me. Just like you're staring down the barrel of the gun before you even put the gun in front of your face.
Right.
Truthfully, there's such a back catalog that's terrifying that there's not one place for it. But I also think like legally with how rights work, even if they own all of these rights, there's always going to be little fucking carve outs and bullshit that will make any like permanent library of things you can stream not that permanent and not that comprehensive.
Of course.
And that's why you pirate everything. And that's why like people who work on these shows pirate these things.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're not going to be provided a copy of the thing you made by the person you made it for, fuck them. IMO.
I think the lady who made the Owl House would constantly post pictures of the Owl House with like the Kiss cartoon logo at the top of the screen to her social media like all the time, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I guess the thing I find kind of interesting about this is like how little. It's been kind of a known thing for a bit. Warner Bros. Does not value like their animation department really at all. They very famously kind of earlier in the year really fucked up with like Looney Tunes in particular. I guess, which is interesting. And like Tubi kind of like said like at some point, because they got Looney Tunes a bit earlier, like their like view like count for Looney Tunes was like the best on the entire streaming service. I don't know. I find it a bit interesting. It feels like Warner Bros. Does not have any interest in this back catalog. They have, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all on Tubi right now, and Tubi's like pretty free, right? It's just got the ads.
Yeah,
right? Is that the one that's free?
It's free usually with ads is what it is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no.
Honestly,
Tubi seems like it is an awesome thing on both sides of the equation right now, both as a viewer and as someone who's like putting out media. I wonder how long that will last, because there's absolutely no way in hell something this good stays good forever.
I literally saw someone talking about this like related to like this particular thing. Like, okay, it's cool they got all these old shows. They're gonna start charging soon, aren't they? It's kind of the thought.
That is antithetical to their business model as I understand it. I think it is just that ads will continue to be placed in different places and different amounts of ads, maybe embedded interactive ads. Soon you'll have to swipe a gambling machine before you can watch your cartoon for 5-year-olds. I don't know.
They're gonna make the Tubi gacha. You had to like pull Dexter's Lab out if you want to out of the Tubi gacha if you like earn the right to watch it.
You know, I've seen this sort of free with ads streaming service just like built into TVs, on people's TVs, just kind of in the background, and it seems like it is a like, instead of a return to form of like network television, it is a response to YouTube and video on demand, which I find very interesting. Like YouTube has gotten people's taste so acclimated to just having shit on in the background 24/7. And like you'll hear an ad from time to time, but it's just stimuli, noise. And now bringing back what's the word for it? Traditional media and putting it into that same rat race is, I think, a preferable outcome to it staying on the shelf forever, or a preferable outcome to it being just like marketing, imagery, merch with no way to actually see what it's from. But physical media is kind of on its way out, even though it probably shouldn't be. This is probably the best we'll get, and it's not very good.
Didn't Best Buy like straight up stop selling DVDs sometime last year? They just got rid of all of them, and like they won't.
Yeah, I believe that was 2021, 2022, and there are boutique, physical distributors of films and movies and TV, but I think luckily most of this back catalog you can still find on old discs in Walmart, and like it'll look like shit because they put 100 years of cartoons into one or two DVDs, so it's 480p interlaced to shit. But I think the truth is that people just need to get used to watching things in the least, not watching things in the highest quality possible, which I think Tubi is really good for. There's so many films on Tubi that are just like VHS rips, and you get to see the watermark, and you get to see like the person's VLC window, and I think that's fucking awesome.
You know, that is cool. Because it is kind of a race to the top. Like, you know, I didn't, until very recently, I didn't have anything that could even display in 4K.
Right.
And it's just kind of like, I don't, you know, honestly, I don't believe people when they say that they can't see 60 FPS. I think that's like virtue signaling. But I do think, I do low-key think that the human eye can't see above like 1440p.
Yes.
I think that's like the above that it's just kind of like whatever. Like I can see what it is. Like if you have to wear glasses, you're not seeing above 1080p. I'm sorry to say it. It's not like that's not to disparage you. I'm just saying like it's okay to settle for less because your eyes are already screwed. You biologically you can't see that good to begin with.
I can't even like fathom the concept of like 8K being the thing that exists. I can barely tell the difference. I've seen like 4K stuff before. I can barely tell what the difference is supposed to be between like 4K and like 144 or whatever. Like I don't know any of these things. What's the next step? We just like we can like teleport into the TV to watch the cartoon. I guess.
I think the fidelity race is kind of a death race, and I say that as someone that owns like a retro tank and owns a Switch 2. Purchases that are pointless in two opposite directions. Like, oh, I can watch, I can play my PS2 in beautiful 480p upscaled, or I can play Nintendo Switch 1 games in 4K. Both utterly pointless. But I think like video games are probably the only place where resolution and frame rate matter at all because you're interacting with them. And like this is coming from someone who has released a film in 480i in 2025. Like it's not that serious, bro. It don't matter. It's as long as the pictures look right. I was watching goddamn a Squirrels in My Pants, Phineas and Ferb on the big TV the other day. And the official Disney upload of that has like poorly done de-interlacing on it. And I think it looks awesome. I think it's so cool that I don't think it's cool that they don't give a fuck, but I think it's so cool that like the constraints of when this product was made are still on display when you watch it without that trying to be erased over time.
I actually totally agree. Like there's something about it that it kind of eases a bit of pressure off of me. I don't know what it is, but it's just kind of like I don't have to stress out. Like, oh, this is like old and it's evident in the product.
Yes.
It's like cool. I love, by the way, in a lot of those old Phineas and Ferb episodes, I love whenever there's like a wide shot with a bunch of characters, they're all squeezed within like the 4:3 ratio, even though like it's all on widescreen now. Like it was made in widescreen, but everyone's like squeezed into the center.
Yes.
Because it was in that period like where it was like, oh well, people are transitioning to HD, so we have to assume that they still have the 4:3 little CRT. display.
No, this is kind of related to that. I maybe have talked about this before. I think there's a lot of older shows that like I would you could like a lot of the shows that we are going to be put on Tubi from Cartoon Network, for example, like cartoons in particular, that look best in like that kind of like square resolution a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like when they get like kind of like widescreened, or like they like come back like in modern days, like the show is widescreen now, it looks like really odd to me. Clone High is always the example I think of. That's the new seasons of that show they did. There was like too much screen real estate. It was like making me like weirded out of it compared to like how tight and like squeezed in everything is like in the original one.
I wonder if we are going to get more like aspect ratio kind of experiment, because it's been the 16:9 forever, and it's basically, I feel like we've kind of settled into that. It doesn't really need to be wider than that unless you're like a big screen movie.
I think the conversion to 16:9 as the default standard aspect ratio of everything ever made is so confusing to me, because and I think it's not necessarily on its way out, but with how big the iPhone is and watching everything on your goddamn phone, 4:3 scales better on phones. This is a conversation that's been had a million times over. Like 4:3 is made specific, was like for TVs, is very specific in its framing. It keeps everything super tight. It keeps it intimate. That's what makes sitcoms feel like family situation comedies. Going to 16:9 kind of opens up everything and makes it feel way more airy, but also kind of makes everything feel way more distant, which was what you said about Clone High.
Yeah.
I think it's so bizarre to want to like change an aspect ratio. And I think if you're reviving something, unless you have a damn good reason to make it 16:9, if it was 4:3, keep it 4:3, or make it whatever you need it to be. I don't care if it's 1:1. I don't care if I'm looking at 5 pixels. If it's compelling, it's compelling.
What was that streaming service that was like on the phone, Quibi or whatever?
Quibi.
Oh yeah, Quibi.
Were they the boldest ones of us all?
Quibi, was that a Katzenberg thing?
I was, yes. I remember.
Yeah, that's my goat.
I remember because when it shut down, there was a pretty famous article. It came out about he told everyone at Quibi who he was firing to listen to what was like a song from Trolls about getting back up again to like lift their spirits. It was like,
right.
Why did he say that?
Okay, actually, so about Trolls really quickly.
Of course.
This is the only place I'm ever going to be able to get more info on this, because I'm not going to watch that movie. I've had a chatter for about a year now who, whenever I do like a media share stream, will donate money to ask about if I've seen Trolls World Tour, and specifically, what are my thoughts on the Kelly Clarkson troll.
That was me.
I can pull up a photo of her in a
No,
second.
don't worry. I know the exact one. She's the cowboy
Got it.
one.
Yeah, thank you. One, she's a killer dyke. Love her. She looks great.
Of course.
Two, does anyone know what that is? What that film is or does? Can someone describe that to me?
I've seen it once. Okay, so I saw that movie once. There's a few songs in it I like that I listened to a few times. They're nice little. There's like a funk song in it that I like a good bit. But otherwise, it's like I don't really care about Trolls World Tour. I'm a little interested in why. Okay, I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to assume anything about the person who's like submitting these questions about this character. Is it like a sex thing? Because she's kind of got like a.
I think they're just authentically themselves. They could be jerking off. They could be
I'm looking at her right now,
entirely bound to this character. If they find her sexy, good for them. She's probably sexy for a troll.
She's like kind of a BBW dyke like cowboy troll. So like, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely something to get out of her. I don't know what it is per se, but
do you have an image of her? Are we supposed to all know what this looks like right now?
Yeah, sorry.
I haven't seen this movie in like 6 years.
Let me get the BBW cowboy dyke troll on screen.
Yes, please.
I was looking it up to see like what's this all about, and I look at it, it's like.
I mean, I can't say I'm personally attracted to trolls. So here's the thing. I'm in a lot of cartoon spaces. Obviously. I'm especially friends with a lot of like queer like people into like cartoons.
Like strange people.
Strange queer people into cartoons who like a lot of like kind of
Holy crap.
like people who like a lot of like kind of characters that are like maybe like if you showed your average like schmo, you'd be like, what, this character really? So like I think someone wanting to like who thinking this character was beautiful, it's not actually like that weird to me. I could see that. I'm friends with lots of people who want to have sex with Simpsons characters, so like I'm used to. I've been around the block. If this hypothetical chatter is so like unbelievably in love with this like beautiful troll cowboy horse character,
Well,
I think that's wonderful.
What are they saying to you, May? Like, if this
They're
happens
just
every
like asking
stream?
my opinions on like her and like if I've seen her before, which I have because they've asked it previous, and I'd go, yeah, I remember. Hey, Kelly Clarkson troll guy, hope you're doing good. And then he'll donate again, and then ask about if I've seen the troll, which I still haven't. I'm still familiar with her because he's mentioned her to me before. At no point, because these are media share streams,
Of course.
has he submitted a video of her, as far as I believe.
Okay.
I believe it is just questions.
Some people just love asking stuff. I get asked like hypothetical questions by viewers all the time, and when I ask them like, "How would you answer it?" They're kind of like, "Oh, I don't know, but what do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I have nothing to say about this topic that you clearly are thinking about."
See, what if you were in Sonic Cross Worlds?
What if I was in
Oh, what like interaction? Oh, I will actually hold on. First of all, you wouldn't speak because you're a DLC character for Sonic Cross Worlds.
Okay. Right, yeah.
So write that down.
I'll write that down. Okay. Wait. Where's my? Let me get my scribe.
I'm glad you.
Okay. That's written down.
I'm glad you immediately answered the question for seat, Ryan.
Yeah, I guess there's no where we can go with that. You can't do anything with the Sonic cast because you're a DLC character, so you can't speak.
Yeah, there's so many rights issues that are like bungled up with me that like you'd have to get the VA involved and like, his talent agency, and we can't be like muddling around with that. There's no time for that.
I do remember one other thing about Trolls World Tour. I remember this just right now. The punk rocker troll character is voiced by the lady who sings Princess Peach in Star Bomb's Luigi's Ballad. I remember that about the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's funny that's the last thing Egoraptor animated, and it's like the most
everyone.
popular video he's ever made still.
Is it?
He just like, I think if you go on his channel and you sort by popular, I think that's like the #1 thing that he's animated.
Let me give you a live
Happy
Egoraptor.
Cutie Saturday, everyone.
Let me give you a live Egoraptor update. It is. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, happy Cutie Saturday.
It is Cutie Saturday. Guys, happy Cutie Saturday.
Yeah, everyone draw this horse troll in very cute positions for us for Cutie Saturday, everyone.
Is she the cutest troll, you think?
There's a lot of cutie patooties. I gotta say.
In Trolls.
Trolls World Tour could be classified as hot chick heaven.
Right?
You think
we're not feeling that one? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So that one's not for everyone. It's a little risque. I understand.
You're bombing right now.
You're star
should we-
bombing.
Can I post a link to the Discord and say that if you draw fan art of this troll before this stream goes off, then we will show it on screen?
Sure. It has to be safe for work, though. If you add it on Blue Sky, I'll retweet your bikini like art of this character, but I can't put it on screen.
All right. Okay.
You can only do that.
On
What
the
am I talking about again? Tubi?
To be or not to be, I don't care.
It's good to know you're engaged with the show you host.
By the way, also we got to do a plug. If you're a channel member and you join the Discord, you can ask us. You can submit viewer questions. We're gonna answer them tonight. We'll probably answer a lot of questions tonight because we got freak all to say apparently. Do you mind if I put something in the oven right now? I mean, it's gotta be like 10 seconds. I swear to God. Can you like vamp for me? I know I'm like I'm the backbone of this. I know I'm the one who's holding this all together. So I know.
Well, hold on.
I'm gonna work in like the episode of Community where Donald Glover has the pizza and like everything's on fire. If I leave. So, but can I just do that really quick?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, May, just so you know, you don't have to watch Trolls. I think you'll
Great news. I did not plan on it.
Okay,
not even for a single second of my life.
I'm just letting you know. No matter how many times the chat member asks, you really don't have to watch Trolls. You're gonna. I think you get to the end of your life without like living with that.
I remember when I was a kid, my older brother would put pizzas in the oven while he recorded his podcasts.
Your older brother has a podcast?
I never watched it. It was about tokusatsu. This was like in 2015, which I think is kind of cred.
Do you think your brother is interested in Minions and Monsters?
Probably not.
But
realistically, he's interested in going to bed after his job, waking up in 8 hours, going to work again, and thinking about what his life would be like if he didn't have a job and didn't have to do this. So anyway, he would record his podcast and put pizzas in the oven, and then he wouldn't send a timer on his phone or on the oven at all. So he would just wait for it to start burning and smell the burning from 2 floors below it, and then run down to grab the pizza. And if it was too burnt, he would just put another one in the oven and let the process continue.
That's the damn like Asmongold rat alarm.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah.
You went for Asmongold.
Genuinely,
Genuinely,
I've looked at photos of Asmongold's house, get a little nostalgic.
You guys are for that. I was just gonna say he's like a minion.
A minion? Does that happen in any of the movies?
I don't know, but like,
a pizza?
no, but they wouldn't do that for like they haven't done that specifically to my knowledge for my research. But you know, like I don't know, like could you see like Carl the minion doing that maybe?
Yes.
Which one's Carl? Which minion configuration does Carl have?
I'm shaking my head right now, guys. You just know Carl.
I know.
No,
I'm sorry.
no. He's a one-eyed minion with messy hair. Okay. All right. Okay.
Does anyone have any advice for? By the way, I know the guy who voices the minions, Pierre Coffin, is kind of the only one who could do it like he does, because it's like an amalgam of like it's like English, French, and Spanish and gibberish like put together. Rosa, stop farting, please. That's disgusting.
No.
Does anyone know how to do a good minionese without feeling racist? I'm just gonna say it like that, because every time I go for it, I feel a little weird about it.
What?
And I don't know how he does it. I think you just need to be bilingual, like by default, right?
Okay.
Rosa, could you teach me a little Espanol? Could you do that?
No.
Okay. Well, I actually learned a little Spanish yesterday.
Yes.
I know we're a little off topic. How much Spanish do we know in the call right now?
A little bit.
May, do you know any Espanol?
11.
My girlfriend was born in Venezuela, and I've learned literally none of it at her request, so I can't spy on her phone calls with her family. So
okay, Venezuelan girlfriend, no Spanish. Ryan, what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know any Spanish either. My Spanish.
What is it with? Okay.
Oh no.
This is like a real thing. I feel like.
White girls don't get to know their Spanish-speaking girlfriends.
I feel like white girls who be dating people from like Venezuela and Mexico and Puerto Rico, they should be knowing a little bit of this. But every time I ask someone qualifying, they're like, I don't know a thing. They don't even know. I say like, ¿Cómo estás? And they're just like, huh?
Ryan knows like a word in Spanish.
Which one? Is she allowed to say it live?
What?
I'll just say it.
Amor.
Amor? Oh, that's sweet. Come on, that's sweet.
I do know that one.
I learned a little Spanish. I feel like I have it in me to be able to speak. Like,
you're fucking Peggy Hill right now.
No, I swear to God.
Can I get this GIF on screen, please? Thank you.
Sure.
I feel like if I got hit in the head hard enough, I could wake up and start speaking Spanish like Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 3. I feel like I have that in me. I feel like if you asked me to speak Spanish right now, like I don't have enough confidence to do it, but I feel like I could get hit in the head hard enough, and I'd be like, hola, ¿cómo estás? Qué bien, right? Muchas.
My dick hurts.
No gracias.
He's allowed
right?
to. He's allowed to do this because it's Black History Month.
That's just Spanish. It's a language of love or whatever. I love Spanish. Okay, I learned new Spanish yesterday. Can I share some of the Spanish I learned?
Yeah,
This blew my mind.
don't worry.
Everyone
Let's keep the Tubi conversation on screen as you demonstrate your Spanish. Go for it.
Okay, everyone, I'm serious. Every one of you, like, sit down. This is gonna blow your mind. Because I was talking to one of my Spanish-speaking friends, and they told me something that like revolutionized the game for me. They were teaching me like a little Spanish. They said, I was saying like, oh, I feel like I've had dreams where I speak Spanish, so I feel like I have it in me. Could you tell me a few words? Like, what's the word for? It was kind of cold and cloudy that day. What's the word for umbrella? And they said the word for umbrella is para agua. Okay, para agua. That's right. Which means it stops water. Right, para agua stops water. Right.
Yes.
And they said to me, the next thing they said to me, I couldn't believe it. Like my whole life changed around me. They said to me, but if you're using an umbrella that blocks sunlight, that would be para sol, stops the sun. Sol means sun. And I was like, oh, para sol, para sol. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. And it made me realize the English word parasol is not even, it's literally just Spanish. It is Spanish. Or like derived from like Latin or whatever, but it is Spanish. Like it literally, I never noticed that once, but it literally is just a Spanish phrase. Isn't that crazy?
This is how you teach Kirby fans to speak Spanish.
Exactly. I know. Kirby's been using that as the ability title for years, and I never realized it's literally parasol.
Parasol is a French word, by the way.
It's in Spanish too. It's literally Spanish. Parasol. Parasol.
Maybe the foundation of the word comes from the Latin.
I know it all comes. It's like there's like the mother language that all languages are derived from, etc. So there's probably like 8 different languages that all have that where that. But I'm just it just blew my mind that it's literally. Is this not crazy to anyone else? Am I the crazy one right now?
You okay?
It's literally Spanish. It is a Spanish phrase. It's as if the word for oven was like Rosa. What's the word for make?
What?
Never mind. It's like if the word for fireplace was like fuego fuego casa fuego
casa del fuego.
What if it was just casa del fuego and we just said that like it was English for years, and then someone suddenly said, you realize that's just like a sentence in Spanish.
Do you know the career of Michael Richards after 1997? Very interesting. There's not that many films. I wonder why.
I know one of his roles, if that's what we're alluding to. No, I don't know if you could say that on Black History Month. I mainly know one role of his past 1997, post Seinfeld. I don't know many roles. I know that one. What are some of his roles, May?
Oh, he was Bud Ditchwater in the B Movie, and he was Daddy Hogwood in Faith, Hope, and Love 2019.
Is he still getting? Is that the most recent thing? Because you don't really see him around a lot. But yeah, we forgave him.
No, he's not really in many movies.
But we forgave him though, right? So he's like cool with us, right? Like we forgave him. He was just having a bad day, to be honest, right? Like we've all had similar days, right? I know you're not allowed to comment on this. Like no one else except for me is allowed to say anything right now. But like
Yeah.
He don't have internet. Like maybe he didn't.
He don't have internet.
Maybe he thought it was just kind of like. Maybe. Any other topics today?
Do you want to move?
I feel like we've advanced. I feel like
anyway. So I think the Tubi deal will be great for these cartoons being shown to general audiences. Let's see how long this lasts.
I was gonna say that I get concerned sometimes that kids don't even like watch TV like anymore. Like I'm a little worried they only watch like YouTube streamers and like TikTok shorts. If you're a parent, maybe just sit your kid down and watch like Looney Tunes for 30 minutes. I don't know. It might be a bit better for their brain at this point.
Yeah, you don't want them watching stuff like Lanky Box and PewDiePie.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool deal. I'm gonna use it to catch up on. I don't know. Well, I've started watching Hey Arnold. I'm probably like 2/3 the way through the first season.
Uh-huh.
And I'm kind of like, I've kind of contemplated watching Ed, Edd n Eddy as well, because that's another like, I don't know, kids unsupervised children cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of
Ed is in
different tonally,
Fortnite.
but Ed is in Fort. I forgot all about that. Is that like real? Did that
Yeah.
actually happen? Yeah. Wow. But I've been kind of wanting, because I don't know if I've seen all of Ed, Edd n Eddy, and I haven't seen the movie. Maybe I think I saw it once after it came out, like 10 years ago. But that's always been something, because it's like a good show, and that's like a really good. It's really cool that it got like a really cool ending like that.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie is one of the most visually impressive shows like that's been on like animated TV. I think there's like some stuff in
Yeah,
that.
thank you, Canada. By the way,
Yeah,
thank you, Canada.
Canada had to have one. They made so many. They had so many tweened Flash shows. They had to show up at least once.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie used up all the animation resources in the entire country of Canada. And you know, I think it was worth it, honestly.
Well, hey,
if every other show has to look like someone's personal webtoon, so be it.
Speaking of webtoon,
Also, can we play a clip of Danny and Sunuchi saying "Fuck America"?
I don't got that on me.
Where we play it.
Neither do I.
Our editor will put it in.
Our editor. Speaking of webtoons, there's some awesome news in the world of webtoons.
What is the awesome news, Ryan? Tell us the awesome webtoon news.
I think they announced that Jax from the Amazing Digital Circus is finally going on HRT. We all saw it coming. We all knew. And I'll be there to support Jax every step of this transition. And then also, I think the Dana Terrace show got greenlit too.
Wow, Knights of Guinevere has been Knights of Guinevere. I don't know why I did it in that voice. Oh man, what if Knights of Guinevere got greenlit, but it was financed by the Trump administration? How would we be feeling about that? Hypothetically speaking,
what kind
would we still be cool?
What? What kind of hypothetical is this?
It just came to mind. I'm sorry, it just kind of came to mind because this is just such exciting news that I have to think of any way to like spoil it, because like, oh my god, Knights of Guinevere got greenlit. This is the 2D animated pilot created by Glitch Studios, most famous for the Amazing Digital Circus.
Mm-hmm.
This was their first 2D show. It was created by Dana Terrace, who is famously the creator of Disney's The Owl House.
Yeah.
And this pilot came out like a few months ago. And for a while, there wasn't a lot of concrete news on what was going to become of it, if it was going to be greenlit for a full series. But we finally got the news that there's going to be more episodes. Well, that's just great. I'm just happy to hear that.
Yeah. There's a big thing with Glitch. We've talked about this being used before. I think people kind of want there to be dirt on Glitch more than there is actually dirt on that studio.
We talked about that was the last episode we were on. That was like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, like it feels like I always see people like, oh, because like they were taking a bit to announce the green lighting of this one, and people were kind of trying to make that into a bit of like a conspiracy theory thing. And we talked about this. I feel like people kind of want that there to be dirt on this kind of stuff. So like when, like if it ever actually happens, they'd be like, oh, I saw it coming. But I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Like there's not always great news in the world of animation right now. It's pretty dire. So I don't know. I don't really want it. I don't love that mindset, particularly because like anyone who has worked with them has said it's been nice working with them, and they usually get a lot of freedom.
If I couldn't believe in a little indie animation studio from Australia, if I couldn't believe in them, I would just stop it all. You know, I would end it all. I wouldn't end it all, but I'd end most of it.
And most of it,
I'd end most of it to a degree, because No. But I'm glad that this is happening. I'm glad that we're just slowly getting some good news from Glitch. I mean, the Gaslight District, that has been greenlit for more episodes. It's taken its time because that's like a massive production. Yeah. And they're also focusing on finishing the Digital Circus, which is ending sometime this year. But no, yeah, it's just That's just good news. If you didn't hear it from them, you heard it from us.
Now I must also announce that if everyone loves Digital Circus, you must put what's his name? Jax in the Skin Machine.
The Skin Machine.
Yeah,
What's that?
it's a machine that skins people.
Oh. Okay.
And no, there was like a tweet by like what? Oh,
Rose is
tweet
bringing
by,
up
like,
tweets again.
yeah, Gooseworth saying like it's kind of sad that people weren't making more torture art of Jax after they found out he wanted to kill himself.
Well, that'd be giving him what he wants, right?
What? What?
Yeah, there's giving him what he wants and giving him what he deserves.
What?
Can someone vamp right now? Do we have any improv to go off of right now? May, what do you think of what we just said?
So I, quite frankly, I've seen a good bit of what Glitch Productions has put out. I have not seen the Knights of Guinevere pilot. I technically watched it over my friend's shoulders, but not enough to say if I liked it or not.
It has women.
Other than like my deep personal fear when I see a company putting out that much merch that frequently, just like the amount of landfills that are filled with Jax plushies makes my heart skip a beat thinking about it. Not out of love, but out of fear. Every single Glitch cartoon I've seen, I did not like really at all. I will point back at the sign of I don't watch cartoons for children. And the worst
They're
type
not
of
for
cartoon for children is the cartoons for adults that are just surface level enough that they're cartoons for children. But I am happy that more people have jobs. That will kind of always be my resounding want for not just the animation industry, but just like the world, period. If you need a job to survive, I'm happy when more people have jobs making things. I'm excited for more people to be employed.
I think,
Yeah.
I mean, even more than that, too. I mean, I just like that it seems like they're a company that is very much about
Mhm.
finding people who are trying to make their own stuff kind of outside of an industry.
I think it's I don't think it'll be good. I think it's awesome that after like a decade, Gameoverse is a real cartoon. I think the fact that every embarrassing decision kind of innate to its concept is being stuck with is awesome. I think it's awesome that there is more art out in the world that I do not like, that I have a lot of interesting thoughts about why I do not like it, and that other people do like. I think
Could be.
the worst thing art can be is boring and middle of the road. Everything I've seen of Digital Circus made me angry in a way that was kind of fun to think about and think about how I would have done it or why it's like that. It's more art is good art, I guess.
You guess?
But
I think it is.
Should we also address that Nintendo was avoiding looking at Bikini Rakata?
Why?
I don't think there's anything to be mined from that discussion. He wasn't
trying to keep
avoiding
moving.
it. No, he wasn't
No.
avoiding it.
We needed to fill out the bingo card.
Okay. I think we mentioned Nintendo earlier today, right? Did we?
Probably.
I don't know.
Pre-stream.
Yeah, no, but I'm personally glad to see it. I've enjoyed a lot of what Glitch has put out. Not everything, but I think something really great I can say about it is that everything does feel like it's emblematic of who is making it. Which is something that I don't know, that's just like something that's very invigorating to me because I think we should all be able to make things that are just like, I guess, personal to us. Like even Digital Circus is like Gooseworks, she's written that whole thing. I'm pretty much that's like a solo job, I'm pretty sure. So it's very much a representation of her own sensibilities, whether you like it or not. And I think that's cool. And I just hope to see, I mean, I would just parrot the stuff I said on the last episode that, I hope that they can keep it up. Like the Digital Circus was just like such a huge thing for them, and that's about to be over soon. So it awaits to be seen how they carry on beyond that. I think it's also we're just seeing a lot of like independent stuff going on in general right now. Like people making their own little pilots. Like recently, Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl, by Kiana Mai. That had another episode, and it got announced that like the first episode's getting animated by a whole studio.
And I like
and
to
that's really
announce
cool.
here
That's just
that we're picking it up. Startcast is funding that one right now. I need money for it though. I kind of picked it up without the money. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, we're funding it, but we don't have money, so we need your funds to fund it. We're picking up 19 episodes of it. Yeah,
19
Give us
episodes.
$5 and we'll do a Space Ghost Coast to Coast revival.
See, you don't make 19 episode seasons of shows anymore. That doesn't happen. It's a beautiful 10 episode limited event.
It's gonna be a 10 episode limited event. There's gonna be 2 seasons of it. 2 10 episode seasons. We've picked it up for.
Yes.
That's what you gotta say now. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what other like. I mean, there's a bunch of other. I feel like indie is in right now. Like that's kind of the word of the month right now. Because there was also like there was the Markiplier movie. That one was like completely, I think, self-distributed too, which is interesting.
He did that all by himself.
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, it didn't have like a big studio pickup.
As far as I'm aware, it was. This is someone who's not seen the film, nor watched a Markiplier video, and since he started making videos,
You watched Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, of course. He's my dad. As far as I'm aware, Markiplier's film was shopped around and then not picked up because every studio he shopped it to asked for too much of his creative control, which fucking good for him. That makes me so happy that he had the mechanisms to self-distribute it. I believe past a certain point, he did work with not a distributor per se, but a team to actually get the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of emails that basically every theater in the country got into places where the movie was sent.
Right, because that's been like that was widely distributed. Like it wasn't just.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I think indie is the word of honestly probably the 2020s period, mostly because of COVID pushing everyone at home and making a lot of people who never thought that they could make art or make art at scale suddenly have a lot of free time to make art.
Yeah, we love COVID.
And then as everything has kind of collapsed in the animation industry and film industry and TV industry proper, like not on their way out per se, because I think they're kind of unkillable objects. There will always be people who want to make a lot of money from making art. But as people get fired or laid off more and more and more, there are going to be a lot more indie projects made by those people and people who had their creative control taken away making indie projects, or people who were never in the industry in the first place who have had an idea. Now that there is a groundswell of attention and support. Most animated pilots I've seen online, I did not like very much. I'm a very picky motherfucker, if you can't tell. But I think it's awesome.
We brought the biggest freaking cartoon hater onto this cartoon podcast.
I don't even like anime. That's the worst part. I kind of
No anime?
No.
Which anime do you like?
I have seen about 10 in my life. I liked Ava when I watched it. I liked Golden Boy. Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season, that's a good one. But no, to bring it back to what I was saying, I think it is great that the attitude and appetite for animation has shifted to that people are expecting and excited for things to come out when they are done. I think the big push for when it's ready in indie spaces has been great. Like those Digital Circus episodes coming out sometimes 1 week from another, sometimes 3 months from another. I think that's awesome. It's interesting to me to see that level of independent scale be so transparently funded. I don't know what other outside investment Glitch has. As far as I'm aware, it is just those merch sales and like ads and whatever. Seeing like the transparency of like, okay, here is an episode, you have 99% of the creative control, but there has to be a scene where Pomni wears a different outfit so we can make a plush of it so you can afford to make your next episode. And that's probably not something that's even spoken aloud. That's just kind of an unspoken thing that both parties agree on. I think all of that shit is so interesting. I think the fact that there are a lot of animated pilots coming out right now that are made for shoestring budgets by one or two people and are awesome is great. I watched 3D Manichi Modern recently. That is a pilot made in 3D Movie Maker for the Windows.
Oh, yeah,
it's great. It's a really cute backdoor music video. I watched Costco Fahrenheit recently. There's like 4 of those. Really good, gory, weird comedy, dystopia, cyberpunk cartoon. There's a bunch of really cool shit coming out, and I like to see the appetite for it. I like to see incredibly authentic and not auteur driven, but like, yeah, driven by someone's core of what they wanted to make. And there are obviously going to be qualifiers with that, like how, as far as I can tell, all of those Glitch cartoons kind of have a Twilight Sparkle becoming an Alicorn moment every other episode so they can make new plushes and shirts of it. But I think it's so fucking cool that people care about this stuff so much, even if I really don't care about watching it. I care about thinking about it a lot.
I don't know if you knew about this. This kind of related to like the, I guess, stuff happening on TV. Nickelodeon recently canceled all their shows except SpongeBob. Like they're all officially, every single one has been canceled except SpongeBob.
Allegedly. I mean, I don't think they've come out and said.
They haven't said it, but like everyone, so like a bunch of people working in the Loud House basically.
So they canceled the Casa Grandes?
Yes. A lot of people on the Loud House came out and said, "Hey, this is our last season. We haven't picked up for any more." And then I think a few other kind of like a lot of the like CGI shows they kind of have like airing right now. A lot of people who worked on those said basically like, "Yeah, we're not making any more of those. We haven't picked up for any more." And the only team who hasn't come out and said anything like this is their SpongeBob team. So it sounds like they basically canceled everything except SpongeBob. I know Cartoon Network is basically in the same boat. I don't think they produced an original since 2024 at this point. I think their last...
Yeah, no, currently on Cartoon Network's YouTube channel is a bunch of pilots that were made in 2020 and 2021, doled out like they're new. I know that Warner Brothers Discovery does have animation in the pipeline. If it will come out on the shell entity that is Cartoon Network, probably unlikely. Realistically, if it does, it'll just be because it is a reboot of something that was already made on Cartoon Network,
right?
And it's easier to keep the brand. But I don't know if those Fortnite collabs had, if they had Cartoon Network branding on them, because you know Ed, Edd n Eddy's in Fortnite now.
Of course,
I guess.
The only shows we know in their pipeline are regular show reboot. And then, thankfully, they let JG. They're letting him do 2 shows right now. He's doing the regular show reboot, and then he's adapting a comic. I forgot the name of the comic. He's doing that too, which feels like a we'll let you do this if you also reboot your regular show thing kind of situation.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, all of the animation left at Warner Brothers is kind of just them groveling on their hands and knees for the people that were their golden children in the 2010s, like Sugar, like Quintel.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that all of those people who probably want to be retired or making independent cartoons are taking these gigs so their friends continue to have jobs, but who knows?
I don't want to say it. I don't want to like assume anything about him. I get the sense JG Quintel doesn't have much interest in actually writing regular show. I think he's doing it because he kind of has to. Because I forget the comic he's adapting. That seems like something he's actually interested in doing. Because like it's like not like a big super known comic or anything. Regular show revival though, I very much gives you the sense of we'll let you keep doing stuff if you do this for us. And he's like, okay. That's kind of, I think Craig McCracken basically said that about the Powerpuff Girls thing they're doing. Is like, he's like, I pitched like 20 shows and they said no to all of them. And they said, we're doing a Powerpuff Girls reboot with or without. And he's like, fine, whatever, I'll do it. I think he's pretty much point blank said that's what happened with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a positive tone on this. You know what I think will fix all of this?
Yeah.
Real quick. I think if these companies, we just have like one more corporate merger on like a per company basis.
One more.
I think that might be the one. Like that might be like the guy digging in the dirt and hitting the diamonds. It's that one corporate merger that just completely fixes every finance issue. Warner Brothers / Paramount.
Do you think that that's the key? Like Paramount and Warner Bros. Combined, two studios at the peak of their prime right now, coming together. SpongeBob meet Powerpuff Girls in an awesome new fighting game. That could happen.
I mean, isn't that what that's actually like trying?
Yeah.
Paramount wants that, right?
Paramount wants Warner Bros. Really bad, but they're getting bid against it. Isn't it great? Isn't it so cool? We're gonna.
I gotta hate this topic. Oh man. But no, that's why we gotta believe in like Matt Braley, creator of Amphibia. He just said he's starting an indie studio.
Yeah.
Just out of the passion for it. He's got like no real. I mean, he said like no real money, no real super strong backing yet. But they are trying like to crowdfund the first series that they're doing. It's like a pilot. I forgot what it was called. I should know that. But yeah, that's kind of seeming like the trajectory. And like you said, May, I agree. Like I really like that there kind of is like there's some people that are crazy about it, about like release dates and wanting to know when the next thing is coming out.
I mean,
really fervently.
We've played Nintendo games. We know people don't play Nintendo games. They wait for the directs so they can have more games.
Right. But I do like how there's some degree of attitude of understanding that, you know, these things take time and people are willing to be sympathetic towards that as long as like the integrity of the product is being largely upheld and maintained, and that these artists are kind of doing what they want to do. I think that's great. You know, I'm going to say right here, right now, that if you have an independent creator that you follow or you enjoy, and you want them to be good, you watch their stuff, but you want to do more for them. I think honestly, maybe this is just this isn't like financial advice, but I feel like a lot of times the best thing you can do, just like give a little money towards someone you like. Just maybe
like
even
us.
just like once a month. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be us. I'm just saying like money that you would normally spend on like, I don't know, as an $8 like Disney subscription. Maybe instead of that, you can give just $8 to someone who's making stuff independently.
And then
just as a little gesture of like, you know, hey, I like what you're doing. Here's some money. And you can like switch, you can choose a different person each month. I think that's just a nice thing to just like helping each other, you know. I feel like it's a little community. I'm not saying that out of like greed. I'm just saying like that's just a pretty easy way to just help someone, even just a little bit. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get on a soapbox and say that right there, because that's a thought I have sometimes. And I don't want to seem like beggy about it. Like, you know, it doesn't. I'm not saying give it to me. I'm just saying that's something that's very appreciated. It helps if everyone did that. You know, if we all circled around the same $5, we'd all be eating every month.
Is that true?
I think so. I think mathematically, if enough people did that,
okay,
like it would work out. Someone would be on the bottom of that. Like someone would get the short end. But
I like, as someone who's been supported by audience support for since I've been a full-time live streamer, it's like obviously like it's incredible. It's incredible that people do that to art they like. Me and my sister were able to make a feature film for $6,000, both $6,000 that we had from making things on the internet and being supported for it. That's incredible. It's crazy. I can have my qualifiers about all of that needing to come through like Patreon or Twitch or like a bunch of different big platforms that take their little cut of it. But you know, if you like something, throw money at it, like within reason. If you don't have money, don't do it. I would also say kind of look into what you're throwing money in. I've seen a lot of like Kickstarters for animated projects go mega viral when like you click into it and it's like the person has never made a fucking cartoon ever. And it's like, oh no, bro, you can't be doing all that. But within reason, unless you're like a billionaire fail son, or within reason, if you're a billionaire fail son, spend all your money.
Maybe
within reason, to support the work you like, I guess.
That's what the guy from Leica does. He's like the son of the guy from Nike, and he just he just spends all his rich boy money on funding like movies that always underperform at the box office. Have they had a single hit ever? Has Leica like ever like made their money back on a movie even once?
I bet Coraline made its money back over the years over merchandise and like, the box office, right? Probably.
That's probably that one and none of the other ones. I don't think
that's probably that. I know it ain't Missing Link. I know Missing Link. I don't want to. I don't even want to know.
Box Trolls probably would have killed 3 studios at once otherwise.
Yes, they would have. Honestly, that's what we need to be getting. We need to be whipping the. We need to be like. We need to start the indoctrination right now. So that in the future, all the billionaires are just really fond of like, oh, I just love independent creators and like stop motion animators, and that's where all like the money is going. In the future, we should just have just frivolous billionaires who throw their money willy nilly, and they don't care how much money.
Oh my god!
Latest, like,
wait, just like the owner.
We need to get like the son of like Subway CEO, like watch Sublo and Tangy Mustard or something. Like, hey, you know, my dad owns a sub like studio. I should fund this sub cartoon.
Right. Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how and then we all push the and then the Muppets like telethon works and we get the studio back and we save the crown of Mr. Krabs.
That's nice.
That's the future I like to imagine. Yeah.
What if he
what?
Well, you know, speaking of beautiful independent filmmaking, can you actually like swap like a secret like trailer for like a kids movie that came out you didn't know about?
No.
This is kind of transitioning to the what we watched or played this week kind of topic we usually do. But I think 3 out of 4 of us have seen this movie, so I could just make it like I just made it like an official topic.
Oh yeah.
Gang, friends, fellas, what did you all think of Nirvana the band, the movie, the Nirvana the band, the show, the movie? In that order.
The show, the movie. Yes. What do we think of it? What did you think of it, May? Did you watch that movie?
I have not. I'm waiting to watch it with a friend. We watched all of the show last year, and I thought it was very technically impressive, very like interesting exercise in creativity. I think most of its jokes don't really land for me. I think Matt Johnson's a very interesting director. I think Jay McCarroll is very cute. I like the dirties. I posted a review of this film of Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, when it was premiering at a festival, that people are now figuring out wasn't real as the film is actually out. I'll let people find that on their own. This movie looks like it's a good time. That's all I have to say about it. I think it's cool that it got made.
Well, what have you... Did you see? Do you know which? Did you watch the web series?
Yeah, so I watched the Viceland show. That was the one where I thought it was technically impressive, not really funny most of the time. I've seen bits and pieces of the web show, mostly the parts where they're doing racist impressions, which is a good part of the web show. I think it is a very... I like that this film got made, and I hate that that's what I keep coming back to, because like I think there's a lot about Jay McCarroll and Matt Johnson as creators that I find very fucking interesting. I think they're like kind of use of on the street video formats that were huge in the 2000s with like the MTV generation, and turning that into like narrative filmmaking is super fucking cool. There is a lot about the kind of unscripted, then retroscripted narratives that they tell that I find very interesting. I think a big feature film of that is either it could land really well for me or fail really horribly. What I will say about this film is that the trailer that Neon put out when they announced that they were distributing it is maybe one of the worst trailers I've ever seen for a feature
actually never
film
saw the
ever.
trailer.
Yeah, neither did I.
It is 2 minutes of kind of like zany music and like they have a plan to climb the Toronto Tower. And it terrifies me. It terrifies me that such an idiosyncratic creator who is a very two voices that are very specific can get put into the machine like that, and then be immediately turned to paste. That's nothing to say of the actual film, because I as far as I'm aware of the film, they've all had their full creative control of it. Everything I've heard about it, it seems like, yeah, those people, Jay and Matt, had full creative control, better or worse. It's just like so interesting to me, the kind of push and pull of indie filmmaking on a broader scale, like with Neon, clashing against what Neon's best interests are, which is to throw a bunch of shit at the wall and hope one of them sticks and hopes that's the one that they can ride out. Because when they posted that trailer for Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, they posted like 8 other trailers that week. And I guarantee you, all of those films will play at Regal cinemas across the country and have audiences of 2 people. When I said earlier that like TV, film, animation is dying, that is what's happening. It's that a lot of stuff is being made and then thrown out into the gutter, hoping that it might land on something. And it
Right.
probably won't.
They had a Neon Direct.
They had a Neon Direct?
A Neon Direct.
They were dropping. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's related to your little kid's story.
Yeah,
No.
I just thought it was funny. Like they dropped like 8 shows at once. That was my immediate thought. Is that
that's like the streaming model. You make a million things and you don't even really promote any one in particular, and you're like, maybe this will find an audience, and then like 1 out of 20 will, and then you make that your service's brand, and then you end up with 6 seasons of
I mean, it's how the Netflix sound is Kevin Spacey knocking his ring against the table. They bet really big on House of Cards. And that is now, for better or worse, what Netflix, the brand, is stuck with.
Did you say Kevin Smith or Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey.
No, Kevin
Finest.
I don't know what I heard. I don't know what you said. I just immediately... Well, I thought of Kevin James because he's in that new movie where he's bald and he's like left at the altar. What is that one called? Dios Mio? Whatever that one's called.
I saw a poster for it when I was seeing this movie.
So I did watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. I specifically watched it. AMC does these mystery screenings where they're like, oh shoot, we're not going to tell you what movie it is. So I didn't really investigate too heavily on what it could be. I've personally, before going into this, I hadn't seen the trailer to this movie. I never watched the web series. I never watched the show.
Yes,
I've seen like maybe like 2 clips.
Yeah, you've probably seen the Wii Shop Wednesday clip. That's the famous
I think
one.
That's the one I could remember, and I might have incidentally like seen other stuff maybe. And I've never seen any of the other movies that they've been involved with, because I know there's the Blackberry movie that was a few years ago that I haven't seen, and I'm curious about it because I've heard good things about it. Before I wasn't really interested in it because it seemed like it was just a part of that wave of like trashy biopics of like I don't know, like the Jerry Seinfeld Pop-Tarts movie.
Oh yeah,
I just assumed it was something like that.
Why did he make that?
Was it the Jerry Seinfeld made that?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He's all, his face is all over it.
I feel like
yeah.
I thought that was like a parody someone would have made of Jerry Seinfeld.
No, that's a real movie.
He loves Pop-Tarts.
Someone needs to make a movie. Someone needs to make a movie to make fun of that fucking cunt.
So I will say, as someone with no like skin in this race and no prior investment, I don't want to hype it up too much. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I'm just gonna be honest. It's the most I've laughed in a movie theater ever. Like it was actually really funny. And I'm interested. I mean, you can't watch the TV show anywhere right now because there's like they're trying to figure out the distribution of that.
Yeah.
Something weird is going on with that right now. So I haven't caught up on any of it since watching it, but having just seen the movie, I was like, not. It's honestly, we're probably not going to get into like any kind of spoilers whatsoever about it. Because it is something that's kind of best enjoyed just going into it, just saying like, okay, I wonder what this is gonna be.
So I feel like the only way I could think to put it without spoiling it is it feels like what feels like would be like the climax of the movie happens like in like the first 20 minutes, and then you're just kind of like, well, what are they gonna do now? And then you kind of slowly piece together what they're doing now, and then it just goes. Once that kind of first 20 minutes like passes up and you realize where they're going with it, I think then like the jokes and stuff really start like going off.
I loved the joke where they realize the hangover scene. That's what I'll call it.
Yes.
Where they're watching the Hangover. That was like one of the funniest. I laughed really hard at that.
The one that got me, I think, was that, and then like there's the scene where like there's like a bus that drives by playing a certain song, and there's like someone on the poster on the bus. It was, I couldn't believe it. It got me pretty damn good. Yeah, again, it's hard to talk about this. I think the best way to see this is genuinely not knowing what's even going to remotely happen in it, like even a little bit.
It's such a surprising movie because it's the way it was made, and I would love to watch more interviews about how it was made because I know they've done a lot of those. They've done like Q&As and stuff.
Yeah,
this has been shown at a lot of film festivals over the past like year.
I know Matt keeps showing up to like theaters and like talking at them like surprises.
Yeah, and I wish I had that at the screening I went to. But it seems like a movie where a lot of it was kind of like improvised during the making of it, and they realized because their method of doing a lot of stuff, like they do a lot of like on the street kind of filming, like you mentioned, May, like of just unscripted, just kind of doing stuff out in public and kind of seeing how people react to their characters.
There's a few points in this movie I couldn't tell who was like an actual extra and who wasn't. There's a few that definitely are because I like interact with them like more than once.
There is a lot. What I will say I really, really respect about Matt Johnson, what I find interesting about the creative exercise that is Nirvana the band, the show, is that I find it terrifying how like comprehensively that man can just like turn his entire body into persona mode versus Matt Johnson, the real person. Like the fact that he'll do interviews for the debuts of his other films in character as Matt, the Nirvana, the band, the show character, terrifying to me. But like the way that they weave reality and fiction together with editing, with doing a bunch of shit in person, getting a lot of good footage, editing that together, and then writing and shooting new stuff that actually weaves that stuff together. It's very fun. It's very interesting. That's what I really like about the TV show is that because they are 20-minute episodes, it has to be a bunch of shit cut together really fast and made into something comprehensible, even though a lot of that footage disparately is not in the slightest. Their use of extras as just not blurring anyone's faces or blurring everyone's faces so you can hide who's actually an actor, really good. And because they were born in God's country, Canada, they have so much government funding that they get to make and do whatever the fuck they want, including hiring the best goddamn lawyer who lets them clear a bunch of copyrighted music without having to pay licensing fees.
I know. I watched a video where they talked about that.
Yeah, no, that video pisses me off because it's the two of them eating cereal in front of a bunch of NES games and they're just chowing down and they're so happy to be born in Canada. Dude, so many films were funded by the Canadian government. It is fucking crazy.
I didn't know that at all before watching that.
If you look at a lot of the indie hits of the last 5 years, so many of them are funded by the Canadian government. Same with games. Australia also has a huge game scene for that reason. There is so much arts funding that is not in the U.S. It is so crazy.
That's true. That's true of animation too. Pretty much every Canadian-made cartoon was funded by the government.
I'm so big on CanCon. That is peak people get jobs. I love CanCon.
all those beautiful flash animated Canadian cartoons where they fart and like tween animation. goddamn beautiful.
Without Johnny Test, there'd be a lot of people who did not survive the 2009 financial crisis.
That's
Nintendo.
Nintendo, yes.
Nintendo's about to survive
Yeah.
another financial crisis, probably off of his Johnny Test video residual. No, but that's but in America, but like it's like the free market though. We have the free market though, where like anyone can like do something and then they can like market it over there. Whatever. You see what we're making over here? Is this really better? Come on.
Are we much better than GarageBand at the end of the day?
I will say
I
the
know.
only country I'm against government funding for is French, because the less French people that make animation, the better the world is. The fact that
you're
there are so
kinda-
many French cartoons, ugh.
You're nasty for that because
like-
you're kind of right.
Right. I was
Do you
about to
want
say Ray,
more
something
cartoons
about-
that look like Arcane? I personally don't.
Come on.
If I
Come
can get
on.
that homegrown shit that looks like it's shit out of a butt, has been hotel art, that's what I'm here for.
Well, hold on. Come on. What about they made Totally Spies? That one's funny.
They made the Garfield show. When I think of
I hate France. Kill them.
Did he also put like the Garfield movies?
I don't think the movies.
They
No.
didn't make them. Well, I have no
Okay.
idea who made like the Garfield's Fun Fest, those CGI movies. I have no idea who made those. I think maybe those were French productions.
Some sick twisted
no idea.
bastards made those movies. I'll tell you what.
I mean, but the other side of that is like we kind of, because their arts are funded, we get to see like all the sickos and perverts come out. Like anyone can really make something of themselves, and we get to peer into their minds. And maybe that comes in the form of like a warning signal, like stay away from these
I'm looking
sickos.
at like the cartoons France made. They made like Augie and the Cockroaches and like
Ugh.
and like
Come
that,
on,
and Ziggo and Shark. They are kind of making pervert like kids cartoons. Never mind. You're right. We got to do something about France.
No, but I think it's
Even
good
women.
because how would we know? How would we know if they weren't allowed to make this? The true depth of their depravity.
The government funding, because there is going to be government funding, should go to the prisons you could put these people, not the cartoons they're making.
Oh, that's the American.
No more
way.
Augie and the Cockroach. I'm fucking done.
I'm realizing now I called Zig and Sharko and Augie and the Cockroach just the pervert cartoon and Totally Spies like the funny cartoon. Maybe I'm woker than everyone.
Yeah, well, there's girls having fun. There's like nothing wrong.
They're girls
about
having
that
fun,
at all.
shrinking down very
They're
small and turning into werewolves. They're having a
they're
great
literally-
time.
They're literally girls whose suits inflate into big blueberries. Okay, they're doing it right. But,
That's wrong. That's wrong. They're all color coordinated. Never see that again.
Yeah, they turn into different fruits. Thank you very much. One of them would be an orange, one of them would be a strawberry, and one of them would be a pear. Okay, so write that down.
All right, everyone, bring
Okay,
out the fruits
okay.
chart.
All right.
All right.
All right.
You heard of the animal chart. Now bring out the fruits chart.
Bring out the fruit chart.
This freaking show's guest list is a fruit chart. You want to talk about fruit charts? God dang.
We have to talk about what fruit every single Totally Spies character would turn into.
How many Totally Spies character can you even like envision in your head? There's the
There's
3 girls and the old guy.
like a blue one, I think.
There's a blue girl.
I think so. I didn't actually watch
No,
Totally
there's not.
Spies.
There's not a blue Totally Spy.
I feel like
there's
I've
a red one. There's a green one, and there's like an orange one. The 3 colors. Alright.
The big 3 of colors.
The big 3 colors. All right. But yeah, if you can go see Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, if it's showing anywhere near you, I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's such an interesting movie. I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but it's definitely something that was made. So much of this movie is like the way it's edited.
Yes.
Because it seems like they just filmed a bunch of stuff and they somehow found a narrative in there to the point where, because I was so unaware of their whole process when I watched the movie, like I started out thinking like, okay, is this just like an unscripted improv thing? But the way certain things happen in the movie where it's like, okay, this is definitely like scripted.
Yes.
And like VFX going on here. But it even had me questioning like you said, like the people that they talk to on the street. Like at first you're kind of like, oh, this is obviously just like some rando in a store that they're talking about these crazy things to. And this person is reacting how like a normal person would react to these crazy fictional scenarios. But they bring it back in a way where it's like, hold on, was that actually unscripted? Because how would they? Did they know how this movie was going? Did they like feed lines?
Yeah, because
to this certain guy.
I don't want to spoil it. They sometimes cut back to things that already happened, but the things that already happened are like different when they cut back. I don't want to like spoil what technically happens, but it's like, and like a lot of those things they cut back to are like the conversations they have with like seemingly like people who aren't like in the know about the movie. It's like, I don't know. There's I think that's a fun. I'm trying to think how to word this. I'm not like a deep person. I have like stupid cartoon brain. So like sometimes I have to like put thoughts together on like my like guy who like girl whose favorite show is Adventure Time brain. I think there's maybe something to be said. And I don't think this is true of wider audiences. I think a lot of the times something with the movies I think people like that maybe they don't even realize they like is they kind of like the mystique of like wondering how something was done a little bit and then getting to learn how it was done. I think about it a lot with Little Shop of Horrors. Like there's been so many like, you know, creature movies since then with like big CGI monsters. We kind of know how those are done. It's CGI and all that, but the nothing to this day to me still as like a creature in a movie has looked more real to me than that damn Audrey 2 puppet when it's like really big. So it was really crazy learning the way they did that was they just had everyone move slower. And then they sped up the footage later, and that's how they got the puppet to look so real, even though it was like so big. I think people, you know, they don't realize it. I think they like that kind of like how do they do that, and then learning how they did that. At least I do. I don't know how true for that is for everyone though. In our beautiful world we live in.
I definitely enjoy it. I mean, that's a big part of the appeal of this movie, just because like, you don't know how far it's gonna go with just the stuff that happens in it. It's just so. It's really impressive. This movie looks like garbage. Like a lot of it is filmed on like camcorders from 2008.
Yeah.
It's some of the most like impressive. It was the most impressed I've felt watching like a movie probably this year.
Yeah.
Which is this year is not very long in the tooth, but I watch a lot of movies. But I love.
You do. You're there weekly.
I do. I am there weekly. I love when something can impress me like that. And I think you can be impressed by, I mean, we think that like we're just at like the zenith of technology where like you can do anything pretty much. So like nothing can wow you anymore. But I think still there are ways that you can, the most unassuming of projects can like wow you like that. And it's all just a matter of, I don't know, it's just a matter of like perspective and scale.
Maybe
something that is
we all need to go back to maybe when you start all making like, you know what this really is all at the end of the day? The truest form of movie media making art was always Super Mario plush videos.
Honestly, yes, I'll let you say that.
The 13-year-old who brings their camera with them to like their New York like vacation and records Luigi walking around New York. Maybe they were the realest filmmaker of us all at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What about Doug Walker?
Well, maybe Doug Walker should start making Mario plush videos. Maybe he should. He'd be good at it, honestly.
He should get back in the movie game. He needs to call up all the channel also. Like it's been a while. It's been a while since all that went down. Like he
needs to call up Aaron Hansen.
He needs to call up Aaron Hansen. I bet he could bring back all like, you know, when's like I bet like Lindsay Ellis, like we Todd in the Shadows, all of them. They're probably like, you know what, man, it's been a while. Let's bury the hatchet. We said some things, you said some things. Let's reunite. Let's bring the band back together, and for like one last hurrah. I think Doug needs to get into it in this indie boom. If 2020s are the decade of indies, like I'd love to see old Douglas get back into it. Right? What do we think? What do we all think?
I wasn't expecting this to go back to like another Channel Austin movie, but go ahead, I guess.
Yeah, come on. When's the last time he really went all out? It was The Wall? Oh, yeah. I mean,
who are you talking to?
I will say with him, I've tried. There's people who hype his like new videos up a bit. They're like, oh no, he's got it really back in the game. And then like I'll watch it and I'll be like, I guess it's like not horrible. Does that mean to say? I don't know.
Right. I mean, as
He-
long as people are getting employed by it, right?
That's not even true anymore. He doesn't have the actors anymore. They don't do awesome. That's the problem with his videos now. He doesn't do like skits anymore. Like he doesn't do like awesome skits. He does like this the old thing. Like he does like his old videos, but like longer now. Like where it just cuts back to him sitting there.
I will say most Nostalgia Critic videos now are him looking back on kind of like an average, maybe slightly overlooked movie from like 15 years ago. Him saying, let's watch it again and see if there's anything that I wasn't seeing before. And then he ends the review by saying, I feel pretty much the same about it, but I'm glad that people like it. That's like
that's not even a joke. I've watched a few of his recent things. That's all of them. That's all. He's like not. I've said this. I was joking to you about this one night. He's like not mean anymore. Like he doesn't know how to scream and yell and get mad at things anymore. He's like the fucking like medicated critic now. He just watched something and he makes a few quips like, Tom and Jerry the movie isn't for me, but I can see why people like it. He's lost all his anger.
I'm honestly, I bet part of that is just like, you know, when you get old, he started the show at like, he was like 28 or something.
Like 4 or 5, yeah.
And like when you're that young, like the things you get mad about, they don't even matter. Like he's probably just like a more mellowed out guy and he doesn't really care anymore. He's just happy to still be alive.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that happens with a lot of creators that just kind of mellow out. Like James Rolfe, he has like 6 kids or whatever. Like he doesn't need to get that angry. A lot of his videos now are he's just kind of like just nostalgically waxing upon a different time. Like you're listening to tales from grandpa about when video games went boop boop boop.
You think that's gonna need to get? You think that's gonna have like all the alt-right YouTuber guys now? Like they're gonna like grow older and they're gonna like make like
the critical drinker. What does he sound like? I don't even know what he sounds like. I just hear him get cited by losers often.
This was a great talk about.
Let me check. Did Doug Walker get a redesign?
Did Doug Walker get a redesign?
Yeah, because like, you know, APGN has like short sleeve shirts now to show off his tattoos.
He's bald. This was a great discussion about Nirvana, the band, the movie, the show.
I honestly give it 5 stars. 5 out of 5 stars is my review. I don't care. I think it's the best movie I've seen this year so far. Though I haven't seen I can't even think of a movie's name as a joke. I haven't seen Goat. Maybe Goat, the movie about a plucky animated young goat who joins a rollerball tournament to prove the other animals wrong. Maybe that will top it out for me. I don't know when I see that on video on demand in 2 weeks.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. Is that all we have to say? I mean, go watch that movie that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Form your own opinion. Be disappointed that you didn't like it as much as I did.
We can do what we usually do now, and it's we talk about. I think we kind of did that a bit with what we did now, or what we watched or like played or read this week. Rosa, do you want to talk about the thing I know you watched or played or read this week, which is
oh my God.
Do you want to talk about this damn movie you made us watch?
Does she actually want to talk about this?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm reserved. You have to talk. You have to talk about this movie you forced us to watch.
Yeah. Can you lay down the scene for us on what this is?
So this movie found me.
Okay.
One day, I saw it's like, oh, it's free on YouTube. Movie called Sky Hoshi's Anime Girl.
Sky Hoshi's Anime. May, have you seen this one? I know you're up on like indie cinema, right?
No.
Can we get the poster for Sky Hoshi's
I'm getting
Anime Girl?
Hold on. The IMDb picture for this movie is apparently too big to send on Discord. Give me a second.
All right, this is probably like the link.
Yeah.
I gotta ask: have anyone here seen both Scott Pilgrim versus the World and Mike and Melissa?
Every week with Mike and Melissa with you. May, have you seen Mike and Melissa?
I think Mike and Melissa is one of my favorite pieces of art. Quite frankly,
you're in good company.
You're kind of in the
you
kind of
were
in good
speaking
company
about Nirvana the band, the show earlier, and I think what most compelling about stuff like that, and like with the scene in the scenes in Little Shop of Horror where you could see their mouths are desynced because it's slowed down footage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun to be had in watching a
Mhm.
piece of art and being able to see its making in it. That is something that I've always loved about
Mhm.
creature features like Little Shop of Horror and in YouTubers like Doug and James as they get older and kind of get more reserved or start getting chronic illnesses that make them a lot less angry and a lot less loud. They just
Yeah.
you could see in their art them throughout it entirely. Mike and Melissa is that. Mike and Melissa is this entirely honest piece of art that is so unrelentingly itself and the person who made it that it is kind of terrifying to behold. And I think it's awesome. I think it is amazing and less misogynistic than Scott Pilgrim, which is
Right.
high praise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so Mike and Melissa is a movie that Rosa, to give you a little backstory, May, because you're jumping in. You have no idea how good company you're in with this. It's like Rosa's favorite thing ever made. I'm pretty sure. Like she's always, she kind of is like not exaggeratingly, like always talking about it. Always. I don't know how someone can talk about something that much.
If I
She made a Yuri comic, inspired by Mike and Melissa.
Yeah, I spent a whole year making a horror Yuri comic based on Mike and Melissa.
Yes. And what is it? Okay, what is it for you that fascinates you about Mike and Melissa, Rosa?
It's kind of just like a surreal film, but like I think when I learned more about it, how it's like it was more of a personal thing, how it was really, like May said, a very personal piece of art that was
It's the
really just
soul
about.
distilled.
Yeah, it is like based on this guy's actual experience and like his relationship and like
Wait, how much of it? Wait.
I'm not too sure.
Isn't
But
Mike and Melissa? Mike and Melissa is a short film about like a magical pink neon skunk who comes to life and marries this lonely man. Right? Is that what happens in it?
No.
I've only seen it a couple
she's
times.
she's in his head. She dates him. I think.
it's to cope with his breakup.
Yeah, no,
To get better.
very. I find that sort of stuff so compelling because it is art so deeply about its creator. And what makes me so sad about Mike and Melissa and why, honestly, why I'm sad about why it's celebrated so much is that so much of its lasting culture, why we even have it in the first place, is because its creator was turned into a lol cow. And I think the same is true of. You can say that very easily about the Channel Awesome people and the Angry Video Game Nerd. Like the stuff that they are making is so obviously them that you don't actually need to dig deeper into these people's lives. What I found very interesting working on that stream I did with my sister where we edited ourselves into all 3 Channel Awesome movies is that the story of those films, the meta narrative that is formed around them, is entirely just in the text. You did not need to harass these people and follow Twitter drama and see this and that and this and that. If you wanted to see a dissatisfaction with a failed production, just look at the screen in front of you. The fact that things have been turned into clippable video essays about the downfall of this and that, which has happened to the Channel Awesome stuff and Mike and Melissa, breaks my heart because it sucks. It sucks. Just let art be itself. You don't need to speak for it. You don't need to turn its creators into lol cows. I think every single person who's ever logged into Kiwi Farms should die.
That's true.
I could get behind that. Yeah, what were you saying something, Rosa, though? What were we talking about? Sky Hoshi, though? Okay.
Yeah.
So you said
It's
this
kinda-
is...
Yeah. So it just found me on YouTube one day. And basically it was from a production company. It was called Pure Magic, and they did like a lot of films in like what seems like I would say like in the low to medium budget, and it's kind of just like so weirdly paced. I remember watching the first 20 minutes of it. It's like I need to see this with like friends.
So reference, this is a movie about an anime girl who gets transported to the real world because a guy wishes on a bottle, and then she comes to the real world. I feel like when you hear a plot like that, you're thinking like, okay, he's gonna bring the anime girl to like places, and she's gonna do like silly anime girl things. That does not happen at all. It's very strange. They just kind of like hang out in his apartment, and then like he goes to the work, and then he comes back, and like there's like 2 sets this whole movie.
No, there was like at least 3.
3, yeah.
And an outdoor scene. It's so scrappy. It's so, you could tell it's like it didn't have a budget, and I think they probably spent the most on like Comic-Con.
Yeah, they go to like a comic convention at some point and they record there.
Yeah.
There's this really strange scene in this movie I've been thinking about. He's in a band. The main guy that pulls the girl out of the anime world is in a band. And there's another girl in the band. And the anime girl at some point in the movie kills her and shoots her and accidentally kills her. And his reaction to that is kind of like, oh man, why did you do that? No, come on. It's like really like, it's like really really like he's like fascinatingly like does like not care very much, but then they like reveal like later in the movie she didn't kill her. Yeah, she like transported her into the anime world to take her place instead, and everyone's also okay with that. It's just like like, oh, I guess she could just live in the anime world now, which is just a little interesting.
It's weird. It's like they know what kind of points they have to hit. They just don't build up to it. They just kind of skip to it.
Would you say Sky Hoshi anime girl? Would you say it's got a similar soul bearingness to a Mike and Melissa or like a Channel Awesome movie? Like, do you feel like you know the guy? I'm presuming the male love interest who acquires this anime girl is kind of like the writer director.
He's not actually. The writer and the director is in the movie, but he plays a character on a show in the movie called Good Magical Morning.
Okay, Rhett and Link. What?
Yeah. He's in it. But
it's also like it feels like it took a lot of inspiration from like the Scott Pilgrim movie, because he did have only one scene where they kind of mimic like those scene cuts where like a character's just doing an action.
I mean, I'm looking at the poster right now, which is pretty much all I have to go off of, because you were watching this movie. You like you like messaged me direct. There was like a server group where you had like 12 people watching this, and you tried to rope me into that, and I was like, nah. I was at the movie theater actually. I'll watch something else right now. But I've seen this poster. There's like a girl with colored hair.
Yeah.
And there's like a loser guy on the ground.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be like the boyfriend character. So I'm already seeing like echoes of Scott Pilgrim. Now, would you say this is like, I don't know, how sincerely would you evaluate this? I guess is what I want to know. Did it feel personal?
I would say there was definitely a lot of love to this production, and they felt like super confident in this movie, especially with like the amount of merch they were selling, and they even made like an album that was played within the movie. They were like super confident in this, and then they screened this everywhere in like different conventions and had like a lot of Q&As. They were just very proud of this production. It's like very slow where it drags out a lot, but either way, it's still very heartwarming to see these people and see that people enjoy it.
I might have
the cynical part of me is wondering if this is kind of like, oh, we got to kind of cash in on, I don't know, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, I don't want to
like. Is it one of those?
I don't want to like. I didn't know if I got that like passion project vibe. You know, like people say like this is like the ultimate tribute to like blank, and then you watch it. It's like it's just a bunch of like references to kind of stuff, and it's not really like anything interesting. That's kind of the vibe I got. It's like it's the ultimate love letter to anime. And it's like they're just like putting anime stuff in the background and making characters dress like anime characters. It felt more like that to me a little bit.
Right. It's just they were like I said, they were like super confident in this film for reasons. He just kept like
What do
making
they
sure
do?
to
So
show it.
they're selling merch for this. What kind of merch do they have, or like what lengths did they go to promote this? Because I've never heard of this. You just found it on YouTube. I don't. When did it come out?
It came out
2023.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there
And
like a big marketing push? Is there like interviews with the director where he's like shopping this around?
there are like a lot of videos where they're apparently like going through cons, and they did a lot of Q&As.
Uh-huh.
And he did sell like a Blu-ray with bonuses.
I
But
see.
it's such a strange movie either way, because it drags. Like Ryan said, there's like 3 sets, and you're kind of in there for like hours and hours.
I feel I'm sensing this kind of like mystical fascination that you have specifically with this Rosa that I'm not quite sensing from Ryan.
Yeah, I
Uh,
I just thought it. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of boring. More than
It is.
it's a
I mean, everything you're describing of it does sound like Rosa. All you're saying about it is that it drags on, and there's like 2 sets.
yeah.
So I'm
It's like I don't know. Like there's like they spend like there's a point in the movie. Again, like you hear like oh they bring the anime
Yeah.
girl to the real world. Maybe they'll get introspective or they'll do like silly like hijinks and
Yeah.
they don't. He goes to work and he leaves
Yeah.
her at his apartment and she just like opens the cabinets and like looks at things for a bit and like goes like oh ooh ah
They're trying to do some narrative. I don't know, narrative plays. I don't know. Like she's trying to she doesn't understand that she's not real, and then she completely comprehends that she isn't real, and like reacts to it, and like takes note of it. And then there's
This-
just like a scene where she's like, "Ugh, I hate tea," and that becomes like an essential part to her character
does she
development.
hate tea?
She
Like the drink?
is her character is supposed to love tea, but she hates tea. And then
'Cause
there's
she's
just
real.
yeah, and then there's a scene where she watches like a panel with her creator, and he's just
well,
like
okay, yeah
like
there-
has his
so
music in the
Fat
back.
Albert
So,
style.
yeah, we
Yes,
literally compared it to
exactly.
the fucking
Yes.
Fat Album movie. Yeah, no, she goes to a panel with her Japanese creator at an American con. And he's talks in English like he's like, we can't find Sky Hoshi. She's been removed from all the posters and all
Yeah, that's right.
and all our files. She's completely gone, and we don't know where she is. But we're working on trying to bring her back. Which I don't know. I don't know. Just like the thought of that happening is kind of funny. Like I don't know. Like you like wake up one day like and you're like I'm gonna go watch the new season of I don't know what's the show that's airing right now, Family Guy, and then like you
Yeah.
tune in and like Seth MacFarlane is like a public announcement like Chris Griffin has gone missing in the file the Family Guy, and they can't use Chris Griffin anymore because he's gone missing. I don't know. The concept of that is funny to me. Just like the
And
idea.
And then they do this like thing where like they added in a Chekhov's gun that they don't use. Like the critics are like, Sky Hoshi, sources of her power comes from her necklace. And her gun has a secret dirt setting. This will be revealed in the last season of Sky Hoshi. By the way, she loves tea. And she's like, no, I don't. And it's I don't know what were they trying here. It's
Yeah,
It's
Someone
scary.
can't get a
in
grasp
the
on
the
this.
stream comments of this broadcast mentioned that it was screened at a bunch of anime conventions, which I think is
yeah.
kind of awesome. I think it's
Yeah.
because if you made a shit movie and you know it's kind of shit, but you want to keep screening it, but you don't want to you don't want to like shop your cut around. You don't want to like submit
No.
for film festivals or anything that'll actually take
Right.
time. You just pay a lot of anime conventions
Mhm.
to play your movie
They knew
and hope that gets you somewhere.
they
Right,
knew the
it did.
exact audience that was going to like this movie, and it's people who go to like anime cons. They knew their audience because that's what they were
I mean-
screening this. None of the rooms they were
Mhm.
screening in looked particularly full either. Like I from what we like saw, I think they just found like the right small group of people who would be completely endeared by something by this, and you know what?
Yeah.
God bless them for that.
I
gotta
think
be
it'll
real. A con panel has to be one of the most like supportive and like easy environments to get people to enjoy something.
For
Because
2
half of
hours.
the excitement is just kind of like, oh, we're just glad to be here, and no one's like holding them there against their will. Like they paid to be at the convention, but it's like they can kind of like go to wherever room they want. So a lot of times you can just if just the aura of being in that room, it just causes a sort of mass hysteria.
I've been to
that
one.
just allows you to enjoy anything.
I've been to one con ever. I've only been to one convention ever, and I went to one.
Yes.
I've told this story before, and I always think about it. It was a convention with the voice actor of Princess Bubblegum, Hayden Welch. And she also does Starfire on Teen Titans, and this is important to the story, because people kept walking up to the mic to ask her questions that were very clearly with the intent to get her to admit that she hates Teen Titans Go. And it was really awkward. Like, it was like really embarrassing because people kept trying to like word it like really nicely and really like positively, but the intent was so clearly there to get her like go like, yeah, I wish they would do the old show again. I really like that one way better. And people kept trying to make that happen. And then somebody tried asking about Beast Boy's voice actor like weed addiction. And it was, I'm like, does this happen at cons a lot? Is this like normal? You allowed to do this?
Maybe not that crazy, but it is like, to put it nicely, you do get a lot of socially maladapted people who maybe they don't get a lot of human. They don't know the courteous way to act sometimes, so they do. You do get moments like that. I imagine probably more so even at like I imagine this was like. I mean, how big was this?
It was not like it's not like some MomoCon PAX Magfest level con. It was like a local thing. It was like fairly populated though. There was like somebody was there dressed as the guys from the Big Top Burger cartoon. That was pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, Sky Hoshi's getting a sequel.
This is getting a sequel. Yes.
Really? In the actually.
They made their budget back from all those rooms they had to film in, from all that kitchen footage.
They did,
living room footage.
They did. They have more than one set, actual cinematography and action scenes and choreography. It's which is like okay, good for you. Like I said, they were really confident in this one.
Somebody made a GIF of this movie. The posting in our Discord right now. It's like just this. The guy on the left here, I'm going to post in the Discord that on the screen. The guy on the left here is the director of the movie. I don't.
JG Quintel.
Okay, yes, we all made that joke. He does look exactly like JG Quintel.
It looks exactly like the guy who made Regular Show. I'm sorry. Looks like the guy who made Regular Show next to. I don't know how I would describe him, but continue.
I don't know why someone made this GIF though. It's just like a slow pan zoomed out,
like a random
on like two like
a test GIF.
Yeah, like on two side characters of this movie.
When was this GIF made?
I don't know.
Because it could have been one of us.
Nah. Well, are you two knuckleheads excited for the sequel?
No, I'm sorry.
All right.
You know, I hope they screen it at more cons though, and I hope like all like the spirit of like this movie is kind of the spirit of like anime con a bit. So you know what? I hope the people who watch at the cons have a good time. I think that's what matters kind of most with this dang.
Hey, you know what? Hey, say it with me, May. It's great that people are getting jobs.
Have jobs.
Yeah.
It's finally my turn.
Sky Hoshi 2.
It's my turn.
Simpsons season 38.
That being said, on a production like of this scale, a straight to prime production, realistically, working at McDonald's would have paid higher.
Well, but you know, the exposure and the passion and the togetherness, right? Right. That
They did a year later. They did a year later thing where they go to a con and it's just like green screen.
That's right. Yes. So
the con they went to earlier.
Yeah, they recorded one scene at the con like early in the movie, and then at the end of the movie when they're at the con again, they're just green screen over, and I thought that was kind of funny. Like maybe they like forgot to record an extra scene, or they're at the con originally, and they had to like re-record it.
Maybe they recorded it all in chronological order because they don't
Right.
know how to make a movie. That might be the case.
No, wait, they made other movies that are apparently a connected universe.
Okay, I don't even want to know.
What about
Is that it? Like,
what about you two? Did you two watch or play anything this week, or read anything, or look at any cool
I'll
pictures?
just let Nirvana the band. May, what did you do you have any exciting, thrilling media to recommend to our audience?
I watched, let's see what I watched recently. I watched The Recover, the debut film of the Red Letter Media guys, Mike Zaklasa and Jay Bauman.
Really? Wait, when was that made?
It was made in 2008. It stars Tina Kraus, who's in a lot of shot-on-video porn movies. She's a great actress. She's probably the only person giving anything in this film. I watched Benjamin Smoke, which is a 2000 documentary about a blues singer. He's pretty good. I finished Panty and Stocking season 2.
Is that an anime you liked?
Yeah, I thought it was fucking amazing.
Okay.
And I rewatched the first Star Wars film and I fell asleep. And neither of those were in the last week. That was probably over the last 2 months. I've been very busy.
You know, I get it.
Fine.
I get falling asleep the first one. It don't got Yoda in it, and those movies don't. It don't got.
I fell asleep during it, and I woke up and I was like, "Where's Luke's cool car?" And there's no scene where he drives
Luke's
a cool car. He doesn't have a cool car in that film.
Do you have a memory of him having a car?
I think it must have been watching a YouTube video about fucking what's that goddamn film? THX? No. Oh, American Graffiti. Must have been watching a YouTube video about American Graffiti, and thinking, "Oh, George Lucas car," and then that's what stuck in my brain.
Maybe that's what they should go back in time and tell George Lucas to put a car in the movie, and you would have stayed awake.
Yeah, no, definitely. All the shit like the Jawa,
The whole movie's
I was not
but
fucking with that.
Luke has like a I can't name a car manufactured before 1980. He has like a Ford Escort. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's like
wait, what if like C-3PO drove like a little minivan because he's like kind of the mom of the group, and he's like, okay, let's go to Star
what
Wars.
What if there's a children's show where all the Star Wars characters drove around in little cars and they raced?
What if what if Luke was just driving the Cybertruck equivalent of like a car that time?
I gotta be honest. I gotta be so real. You judge about us being a pop culture podcast. I could never do that because I like don't care about Star Wars at all. I can't even like make jokes about Star Wars. I know Yoda, and that's it.
We know
Have
you
you
know
seen
Yoda.
the trilogy? Have you seen the original?
I've seen them before. It's just like I can't like make like specific awesome Star Wars jokes. I just like Yoda.
Okay, wait. May, when you fell asleep during Star Wars, is this a movie you saw before, or is that like your first? I'm gonna get into Star Wars. Let me try it for the first time.
Once in 2016 because I had a teacher who was really excited for episode 7. I was like, I gotta impress my teacher, so I watched all of them. I didn't really like them. I thought they were cute. Rewatching Star Wars was because my roommate pirated all of the 4K non-special edition restorations, and I wanted to watch them so I can get them off of my hard drive because they're both like 100 gigabytes each. And you know what? There wasn't a CGI dinosaur in it, and I think I kind of liked that less.
Maybe it'd be a little less sleep-inducing if maybe there was like a scene where a giant CGI dinosaur.
If there's not like obvious creative failings in front of me, I'm just gonna get bored.
This is just like that.
You're kind of a fan of creative failings. I'm getting to realize today.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome when something sucks. I think it's terrible when something's fine.
So what you're saying is you should love the Minions then, because they suck the most.
No, they don't suck. The Minions are awesome. Ergo, they suck by being awesome.
Okay, that's pretty true.
On the mayometer, right? Is Tubi still on the screen, or is my stream behind?
Your stream's
behind.
It's
sorry.
it's
I was almost freaked out for a second.
No, I promise I didn't leave it up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is the same reason I couldn't like we can't be a pop culture like podcast because I don't care about Star Wars, and then I had to stop doing video game streams after like 3 years because I realized I don't like play video games that much. Instead, I watched stupid fucking angry kid from Art of Animation shorts on YouTube. So I don't know any games anymore.
Oh my God, yeah, those are really good.
That's all I know. Any other kind of cool stuff you've been watching recently, or you just fallen asleep to more Star Wars?
Freaker.
I've been very, very busy recently. I premiered my film Divine Hammer in 2025, December 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And then in January, I finally started sending out the emails to a bunch of people on who've sent me emails over the last 2 years asking, how can I see the film? Can I get it to play in this theater? Et cetera, et cetera. The second I responded to one of those emails, the floodgate opened, and I have gotten like 300 Discord notifications a day, and it's terrible. I'm so busy. It's great. It's terrible. This film has wings way beyond what I thought it would. Just a question for this podcast, because I think I was invited on this before it was out. I think that's when this email came out, when the email was sent to me. What do you think Divine Hammer the movie is about?
Okay, I've actually heard a bit of buzz about this one before even inviting you on. Like, I'd seen little, blip 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 blip. I know you said he filmed. It's in like 480i quality.
It's actually 480p. I did misspeak because I was doing a cool rhyme. I said 480i 2025. Complete mistruth. Do not put that on the Wikipedia page.
What the what?
Update the Wikipedia. Update the IMDb. I just know it's about two women, and they. Well, I went on the website and I read the synopsis, so that's what I know about it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good. I'm very proud of it, and I think it's very funny that we've had a lot of conversations about stuff, kind of in that vein of films that have very interesting makings that are evident on the screen, like Nirvana the band, the show,
and Sky Hoshi.
Minions and monsters.
And Minions and Monsters. Every minion is crafted very particularly. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it either, but I follow some crazy old girlies, and they've definitely talked about seeing this one.
Perverts is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, I follow some crazy girl perverts. They all loved it. So
that's terrifying. It's been so terrifying to see word of mouth.
It's been terrifying because you're getting like the Markiplier. You know how Markiplier felt after he drowned in all that blood and he had to like email like 1,000 like theater chains or whatever, right?
Yeah, no. Now I know what it's like to be Markiplier, and okay.
And to go to the hospital.
Okay, what's happening?
I did see an email about when a bunch of people were DMing theaters about Markiplier.
Yes.
And Iron Lung.
Mm-hmm.
99% of the theaters that got those emails were so fucking confused and thought they were getting like view botted or like harassed. Not a single one understood that this was like a movie by a YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah, no, I think that's so awesome. It terrifies me that he had that many people, so many children that he could just put in front of a computer.
He's got a battalion.
Yeah, no.
His keyboard warrior.
The future of movies made by YouTubers is here, and it's terrible. We got Shelby Oaks. Don't ask what critics thought about it. They got Iron Lung. Don't ask what critics thought about it. We got Divine Hammer. Do not ask what critics have thought about it.
Oh, they loved it. We
got Talk to Me, Bring Her Back, the Smosh movie, the 4 Fred movies. If you count an era as a series of 25 years, it's been a big era for YouTube movies.
Well, it has been a big era.
Don't forget the Logan Paul movies.
He made a movie. He was on like on a plane or something.
Mode?
That was
airplane mode. Don't forget airplane mode. Nah, what is our movie? Who watch YouTuber should make a movie next? Honestly,
Film Cow again.
Honestly, I would love that. I would love a Film Cow like feature length like animated production made in Adobe Premiere.
I feel like we're like the Angry Dad scenario where like he doesn't work well as a film, but as a short film works perfectly, and that's what our short's gonna be.
That's films that play before like.
Yeah, the Starcast shorts played before like bigger.
So you're
YouTuber
saying we
movies.
three we could not support like a 90+ minute narrative
I think we could.
on our own without a start. You don't think we could?
Like we can make a
Come,
movie.
you've been in our proximity for 3 hours now. What do you think? Do you think we got it?
Don't ask that. No, I feel
What
bad.
I will say
Broadly would
is that Divine Hammer is 75 minutes. Making a 90-minute movie that doesn't feel like pulling teeth is one of the hardest things you can do.
really.
Can you do that?
goes on? I mean, can I pull teeth? I feel like I do. Every day
You definitely can pull teeth.
I'm so good at pulling teeth, though. Actually, though, I can make a movie. Never mind.
Nah, you don't have any like backbone, Ryan. I don't think you got it
What?
in you.
You're so mean to me because you've heard all these
We're not
stories
pizza
about
party.
when we go to like when I've been like outside and Lou has to like ask questions for me because I have bad anxiety.
Yeah, you have to ask for you have to get Lou to ask for no pickles for you. I don't know if you can go up to a Hollywood executive and ask.
I'm
"Could you
looking-
please play our movie.
I'm looking at my YouTube subscriptions to see who should be the next YouTuber to make a movie. I'm only like what about
Nintendo.
what about the Bizabazow movie? That's the first person in my subscriptions I saw.
What would be in her movie? Was she
I'm being
her FNAF flush?
I'm being pesky spaghetti.
I think the Bizabazow movie. Let's do like a 45-minute segment on this where we like go down all the YouTuber cameos that are going to be in this. I
No,
think the
it's
Bizabazow movie
just the
is gonna- all of her
Arlo.
FNAF plushies come to life and they go on an adventure.
This is just the stupid Arlo movie bit we always do, where he meets like all the like the Nintendo YouTubers like in different roles. Like he goes to he gets like in a taxi car and like it wouldn't be the completionist anymore.
Yes,
oh,
no,
shoot.
it has to be the completionist.
What Nintendo YouTubers like haven't been canceled or whatever, or like
No,
like,
plenty
shamed?
of them. Like there's Markiplier would be in the Arlo movie.
That'd be fun.
I think it'll be really funny if they did just have Gerard the completionist, and they just have this constant ongoing joke where it's like, "Hey, where did the tip jar go?
Oh,
Completionist." And
they'll do a
and,
Michael
like,
Richards on Curb Your Enthusiasm routine where it's like, okay, he acknowledged it, so we forgive him. Which, by the way, we did forgive Michael Richards. We have forgiven him. He didn't know not to say. He didn't know that you can't say all that stuff in that tone of voice. It was the tone, really. It was just the tone.
GameCube connection in 2028.
To re-rail it one more thing, I watched her play it this week. Just like round out.
Yeah.
Everyone watched such beautiful movies this week and like interesting little pieces. I watched Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yes. Oh my God, Ryan! Like the day after you mentioned that, I took a picture of this. Where's my iPhone? Because I gotta send you a picture. I was in public and that movie was playing.
That's awesome.
Like a day after you were telling me that you watched that movie.
So I don't know. I won't spend too long on it because like we gotta kind of start wrapping up soon. I think that the concept of saying that it's like kind of like like it starts simple and escalates to like something crazier and crazier is like not a new idea at all. I think the secret ingredient to this one though is that Beavis and Butthead don't engage with like the escalation even a little bit. They just kind of walk around and they say like their two like catchphrases over again. Like I think Butthead uses the same the same exact "this is cool" like voice clip like 30 times in that movie. It is like genuinely a pretty gorgeous looking movie too. Like it's like the concept like upping the scope of Beavis and Butthead's like visuals is like really funny, but they commit to it. They really do commit to it. It's like that.
It's so
the amazing 360 dance scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend who also saw this on like the TV screen in public saw it on the screen and said to me, "Why is the animation so good?" It's like, "Oh, this is the movie."
No, it's true though. It is like a weirdly like beautiful movie. There's like this part where like they're in the desert and like he kind of trips out of it and there's like this really like interesting cool like sequence with it's like I don't know, it's fun they commit to the bit. I think a lot of cartoon movies I have such a soft spot to when like cartoons go to like the big screen. I like just seeing how like they adapt things. But I think a lot of them don't always commit to like I guess the concept of like being a movie sometimes. So
they're a movie first and the show second, is what you're saying?
Yeah, this one really commits to the bit of like Beavis and Butthead are in a movie. They should absolutely not be in a movie, but they're in one anyway. And I think that's pretty damn fun. listen,
Yeah.
I've become a little Mike Judged like headed lately. I'm like on season 4 of King of the Hill right now. And I watched this. I'm kind of on a Mike Judge kick.
Uh-huh. Sweet. Oh, you should watch. Oh my God, Ryan, there's like this hilarious movie you should watch, and I think it's like it's more relevant now than ever, honestly.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's like kind of like it. I think it kind of like says a lot about society nowadays. And the crazy thing is that they didn't even know about this when it came out. Like it came out and it was like a joke, but now it's real and nobody knew how it happened. It's a really cool movie.
What's it? You want to tell me? I know what it is, but you want to say it?
Idiocracy. I was gonna say Office Space to throw you off, but it's Idiocracy. You should totally watch Idiocracy. I think like Donald Trump is like Idiocracy. I'm gonna say it. I think Donald Trump. I think we live in an idiocracy. Hello, I'm the Trump voter, and I think Joe Biden is the idiocracy.
You're arguing. You're backing up guys in your head.
You're arguing with shampoo bottles in your room.
I think. Well, I voted for Mamdani, and I think Epstein is the idiocracy. Oh, and we just got demonetized. Sorry, I went too far. I'm sorry.
It's me, Chicken for Killer Chicken, Joe Conda forever.
All right. We got some questions here at the end of the show to wrap up.
We do?
Yeah.
We got special members questions from our members, our channel
You're not allowed
members
to
who
see.
can ask us questions on the Discord.
Yeah.
That we answer live.
Yeah. A lot of them about Sonic the Hedgehog. I want to do a Sonicless episode, so I'm not answering any of those ones.
You did that last time, though.
We need to like
You already said.
all we ever talk about. All our guests on this show love Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like such.
May, do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? Yes or no? Do you or do you not? I'm interrogating you like Oppenheimer.
He's cool. I don't like play most of his games, but everyone I've met through streaming on Sonic the Hedgehog,
Yes.
have been some of the greatest connections I've ever had.
That's what's happened to me too. I feel like I don't really play Sonic games at all, and then everyone I know does. So like he's become a part of my life just because of that. Like Steve and Rose are both huge Sonic heads. Nintendo, we have on the show constantly, is a huge Sonic head. Cybershell, who we have on the show, is part of the Sonic the Hedgehog legacy. We had a comic writer for Sonic the Hedgehog on the show. I am constantly being like infiltrated by that dang hedgehog, and you know what? He's all right. He's pretty all right.
Well, what's our first question then, Ryan?
Let me see. Let's see here. I guess we could talk about this because this was kind of a bit on the show. Any thoughts on Mario Tennis Fever now that it's out? Did Baby Wario's hijinks live up to your expectations? I don't think
play it.
None of us played it, I think. So
even though we said we would do the thing where we both bought it and we would stream it on this channel, but I think times are a little too tough.
No,
sorry guys, I'm a little under the weather. Sorry if my voice sounds.
I hate this joke.
Sorry.
So if you're new to the stream, I would say Super Mario. I'm autistic. I've been autistic my whole life. Thanks for coming out. And Mario is one of those things that I kind of latched onto as a child, and have continued to latch onto my entire life. So anytime a new Mario thing comes out, I'm there to like look at it at least. And I have very specific opinions about Mario sports games, unfortunately. My kind of opinion is like, I think a lot of the ones they did on Nintendo Switch, the original, were boring, and I stopped buying them. Despite everything, I don't buy every Mario game. I buy all his big games. I don't really buy his like spin-offs a lot anymore.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate to say, because everything I've heard about this one, it lines up more like the GameCube ones I like, which are like, there's a lot of just like kind of fun side things to do. There's like a lot of like weird wacky characters, like a weird little gimmick. But $70 for Mario Tennis is
You better really need some tennis in your life.
that's like that's like 20 or 30 too many dollars for tennis for me at this point in my life. Which is a shame because I do think I'd have a good time with this. I'm very easy to please sometimes with this kind of stuff, but at this point in my life, I'm all good. I did have to know though, because Baby Waluigi is huge. That's life changing for some people. I like watched a playthrough of the story mode, and I'm disappointed to say they didn't go all the way with the baby humor. There's not a lot of diaper baby humor in this. There's not a lot of poopy baby humor in this. Baby Wario doesn't use his diaper as a parachute. He does talk about his stomach gurgling at some point. Which is like the only baby diaper humor they do. They really messed up on their baby diaper cartoon humor.
They dropped the damn ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame. I would just mimic everything Ryan said. I have no reason to buy it.
No. Yeah, I just feel like we needed to climax because we kept making jokes about Baby Wario's diaper shitting powers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many times have we joked about that? Is it rules? Have we done it 3 times?
There was 2 episodes. This is the rule of 3. This is the climax of the Baby Wario diaper power joke.
What do we want to do? May, do you want to jump in on this, or do you not want to be involved?
I think if you
your opinions on Mario Tennis.
Okay, wait. Let me tell you about this though. Baby Wario.
What about diaper humor?
Baby Wario. Imagine Baby Wario eating a giant red chili pepper, and his diaper explodes as an offensive attack on the tennis court. Do you have any improv to bounce off of that idea? Is that enough to work with? Are you feeling what we're feeling with this concept? Should we move forward with this? I guess not.
I think you fucking failed. I think you failed. I think you've embarrassed
all right,
yourself.
I failed the QTE.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for today's episode, guys. We couldn't bring you a satisfying conclusion to the Baby Wario eats a giant chili pepper and farts in his diaper so hard that it explodes joke. I'm terribly sorry.
Why are you saying it like you're Gummy Luigi?
So we have a lot of questions in the Discord. I guess we can't avoid Sonic. Everyone's asking about the currently ongoing radio show they're doing, written by Ian Jones Cordy. Have you watched it? I haven't. But
you don't want it. There's nothing to watch.
Why aren't they letting Knuckles be in the Chaotix anymore? I don't like that. That's his group, man.
Knuckles is in the show, and they talk about. I forgot what they say to him. They acknowledge that they got history, but he actually doesn't really seem to want to be involved with them. I don't know what happened.
Wait, what happened though?
It might not. I'm just gonna let them have their pride. If they want to acknowledge it, they can do it. If they want to say something, they can say it.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna investigate.
I guess sometimes
I'm not gonna go on Kiwi Farms because May is going to point a little red dot on my face, and then my head is going to explode. And it's morally unbecoming of me anyway to investigate people's private lives like that. That being said, Ryan, I feel like there is a joke. There's a running gag in this audio series.
Okay.
So anyone doesn't know where, I'll just do a quick recap. This is on the Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel, they've released an official audio drama starring the Chaotix characters, Vector, Espio, and Charmy. And they're solving a mysterious case, and it's got all the official Sonic the Hedgehog voice actors involved.
And they gave official voices to 2 of the comic characters.
That's right,
Tingle and Whisper.
Tangle and Whisper. They never had voices before this, and this is the first time we're going to hear their voices, and that's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing that they were able to voice act Let's Be a Makeout scene. Anyway,
yeah. It's directed by Ian Jones Cordy. It's got a theme song by Rebecca Sugar. They did the demo. You can listen to the demo on their YouTube. It's a really good song. It's performed by the 8-bit big band.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Them. It sounds really good. But there's a running gag of this series where they have a thing. Have you heard about this, Ryan? They have a thing called the Chaotix Copter.
No.
Yeah.
And once per episode, Vector will be like, "It's time to go in the Chaotix Copter."
That's pretty good.
It's like this rinky-dink beat up helicopter that they have that Vector can apparently barely fly, and it's making all kinds of engine failing noise. I think the last episode ends with their helicopter crashing because the engine failed.
And they hit the
Um,
towers.
Yeah, they hit the towers. I think it's. I just thought you would appreciate that, Ryan.
That's pretty good.
I haven't looked for any fan art. I would love to see fan art of the Chaotix copter. I imagine it's got
Hitting the
Vector's
towers.
big, like, it's got his big, toothy grin in the front of it. It's like the Peter copter, I imagine.
The
Peter Copter.
What was the question though? What do we think of it? It's cool.
Yeah.
It's really good. I love it.
Yeah. It's just a nice little. I like this little supplemental external media that the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise has been putting out, just to give nice little like side stories with different characters who don't always get to have the spotlight in the mainline games, because in Sonic games it's just like Sonic, Tails, AB, Knuckles, Eggman, pretty much.
Yeah.
And whenever there's an ensemble, they're not really doing anything important. They're just kind of like, Vector's here because he's a character who exists.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have this kind of side.
I think Vector the Crocodile is pretty cool, and I'm glad
You think he's
that
hot?
I don't think he's hot. I think he's cool. I think he's gay with Knuckles, which kind of gets into my whole point about Knuckles Chaotix not really being acknowledged anymore, despite it being one of the best Sonic games. I will say the Rebecca Sugar song, I like the demo more. Who cares? The use of a sample from Chaotix makes me very happy. Sega, just play Knuckles Chaotix on a modern platform, bro. You put it on fucking what the fuck was that streaming service called? They put it on like they put it on some shit called like Dido in 2004. Hold up, if you go to the Knuckles Chaotix Wikipedia page, there are secrets to be found. Knuckles Chaotix, 32X game. Everyone hates it, but everyone who hates it, including my friend Cybershell, hated it because they didn't have friends when they played it. It's a bad single player game. Co-op? That's a different story.
So you played the co-op?
Yeah, no, I've played the co-op twice. Once with my sister and then once with Cybershell. It's great. It's so fucking
Does
good.
Cybershell like it now?
He does. They released it for the Game Tap, which was an online video broadcasting service made by Turner in 2005. That is the only port that game has gotten to any console other than the 32X. Why make a podcast about these motherfuckers if you can't play their game? I don't want to play Sonic Heroes. I want to play Chaotix.
Sonic Heroes is awesome, and it's nostalgic, and it's the first game I played, so that means it's good. No, I think Sega should release like the 32X like mini classic, right? So we could play the entire 32X library at our homes. What do you think of that? That'd be cool, right? All the iconic 32X games at our fingertips, finally.
How many are there?
Is there an Echo game for the 32X? What's on the 32X?
Let's look. I was about to say that right now. What's on there besides Knuckles Chaotix? That might be that console's most. I can't say that because like I'm also like really famous on that console. I'll feel really stupid if I say Knuckles Chaotix is the most iconic game on it.
No, they got NFL Quarterback Club. So,
okay.
Yeah, there's definitely bigger games than Chaotix.
Is that really bigger though? Like culturally, like
NFL,
the NFL, big, but the NFL is big, but is the NFL game for the 32X big?
Well, were you there? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Wait, hold on. Tempo's on here. Tempo wins. That's the 32X. That's the game with like the little.
Is that the game with the little bugs?
Yeah, the little bugs.
The bugs game.
The cute little
on the 32X.
The cute little bug guys.
Right. And that's never been re-released at all. Was that even on the streaming service Nebula? What was it called?
on Game Tap? I don't think there's a complete list of what Game Tap had going on.
Oh, it's Lost Meteor. No, release the 32X Classic for $60.99. I'm gonna say that right now. For $59.99. That's the right price. For $59.99, we're gonna buy the 32X Mini. It's gonna have the entire library of games, and they'll all be stored on the cloud, and they'll be licensed out to you via a user agreement that you sign on to. And that's how we're gonna play these classic games again.
That's awesome.
I think it is awesome. I love the world. I love industry. I love capital. I love being alive, guys. I love being alive right now. I do. I really do.
That's great.
When someone say something, so yeah, okay, yeah.
Before we end the show off, Mai, do you have anything you want to promote or say?
I'll continue to be around. You can
Like
find me
alive?
wherever you find me. Yeah, no, I'll continue to be alive as long as I can.
Do you have any
Um,
links we
under
should
a rock?
post in the chat right now that I forgot that we
Um,
should probably have sorted out before we went
If
live? But-
you want to see my website, which links to my Twitch and Instagram and Blue Sky
yeah,
and
let's
all
post
that,
your website.
may.mkv.com. If you want to learn more about my movie, divinehammermovie.com.
Everyone, right now, send May an email. Send May a Discord message about Divine Hammer. Send emails to theaters asking for Divine Hammer distribution. Right? My keyboard stopped working, so I can't
And
post the link to your website.
if you want to watch it, if you want to watch it and you live in Brazil or Russia, by the way, you can just email us and we will send you a screener. But otherwise, yeah, just send an email to your local theater.
All right.
But if you live in Brazil, send me an email.
My keyboard is actually dead. Can someone post the
I'm doing it right now. Don't worry. I'm linking the website. That's great. Your keyboard died. Well,
yeah.
Well, thank you for being on tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, May. We love having brand new guests on. We talked a lot about cinema. This was a good time for you to be on. You had a lot to say.
I'm sorry that I shit on everyone's favorite cartoons.
No, you know what? It's fine. Sometimes we're in a little bit of an echo chamber and we need to hear from the other side. We're kind of like we like to hear from all sides in the podcast. So next week, look forward to our next special guest. We think you'll be very happy to hear some of this person's opinions on the recent tariffs. So we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion on
That's
that, on the
right.
economic situation.
That's
Are
right.
we?
We're gonna have the completionist on.
That's right. The next episode we're gonna have on the critical drinker, and we're gonna talk about
Okay, actually, real shit about those tariffs really quick. I don't know if there's like outro music playing.
No.
It is fucking crazy that just like nothing ever happens. There's going to be 150 days where we're all like, oh, the tariffs are going to go away, and then they're not going to go away. They're not going to go away until the midterms when Trump wants to win again. I have a Super Famicom controller sitting in a warehouse in Japan right now. I want a Super Famicom controller I can touch with my little hands, but if I tried to import it today, it would cost like $100 in tariffs. Someone should die. I don't know who yet, but someone. Thank you.
Die?